Yeah, why not?
Well, hello everyone. You know what time it is? Your boy Peanut's here for another slam in it. Obviously, I know people wait, and they're like, "Oh, when's he gonna come back on? Oh, is he gonna have some more like puzzle?" And I always do a puzzle. That's one thing you can always be assured with me. I speak to you from an unknown location. If you're really smart, you might be able to like work out like what time it is where I live. And then from like how dark it gets, you can probably work out exactly where I am, the longitude. He'd be like, "I heard that ice cream truck. I know the ice cream trucks around here. I got a list of all of their deliveries." It's sort of autistic shit. You always hear. There's some like autistic kids like that goes on like except for I think there is because you need a license to actually operate an ice cream truck. It's not as easy as you think. You can't just like have an ice cream truck. That in itself is probably a really expensive vehicle. So I reckon like an ice cream truck's probably going to cost you. I'm not joking. I reckon that'd be like close to 10 grand. It'd probably be a lot of money. And then I don't know like if it obviously. I assume it would come. I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know if it even comes with fucking the machines and stuff. I'm assuming like it does. Like that's just part of like you buying an ice cream truck. It's just kind of has the ice cream. I understand like potentially like the freezer drawers and stuff. Like Nick maybe know that, but I knew a guy who was like an ice cream truck driver. He lived in like a really good place. It's obviously like a lucrative enough business. If you I don't know what it's like anymore, like or anything, because probably no one's got any money anymore. But yeah, back in the day, it used to be fucking decent. You used to even actually be able to get like a 99p flake. I doubt you'll be able to get that anymore. It's just a flake ice cream cone with like a chocolate flake in it. I mean, 99p. They used to be called the 99p flake. It's just there's no way in hell that'd be that. And the thing that rubs you up the wrong way is that it'll be called a 99p flake, but then they'll charge you like 3.99 for it. It's just like it doesn't make any sense. Even if you get like a screwball, but it'll be like 5 quid or some shit. It's bullshit. All the ice creams are fucked in the head. Okay, fine. It's like fine, dude. Oh wow, she's got like an absolutely spitfire hot one. But I don't know who this person is. Clara Doe has hit a disappointing new low. Oh, rhymes. That's very nice. Don't know who that is. Um. Oh, we got like. Oh wow, we've been really spoiled here. So there's this massive glove videos come out. So we've got Katyklism collects 100k YouTube award. It's weird because again, I'm not sure if it's the editor who's done this or it's her, but it's weird that she refers to herself as the third person. So that's only a short one, so that'll be quite funny because this will just be like a stroking of her own ego sort of shit. So we can really get into the weeds of the female narcissism. It's quite interesting. So I followed this guy on YouTube, and he's like just I think he's like a psychologist, and he also talks about he's not. He doesn't just do female narcissists. He does all, but he just keeps. He always picks on what's her face? Meghan Merkel. Her name is Meghan Markle. Yeah, her. Yeah, it's just because topically she's just coming off a lot. And I didn't really think about it a lot, but obviously she is. Because if you're just any fucking celebrity, you're going to be a massive narcissist. I mean, that's just generally going to be it. There's not very many there's not a lot of these like, especially nowadays, because it's kind of like that's what they're trying to push. They're trying to promote this like narcissism and this just like massive like love for validation and just sort of like girl boss. Because this is what they're doing. They're effectively trying to weaponize female like narcissism. So this is what they do. It's like this is why women are getting all the good jobs, like all the jobs that you get. By the way, where it's like like when you have the the women who are like doing 5'3" and a bob, 5'3" and a bob, 6'1" and a sneaky link, 6'. When they're just fucking around doing that. What they should actually be doing is they should be at home and they should just have like one or two little kids under their belt, and they're just spending their day doing that and like, looking after them and just making like the house nice, and they'd be married to someone like really like who loved them loads and is like just trying to like, and the difference would be is that the man would have that job, but the difference is it's what the man will spend that money on. And when in this case it would be he would spend the money on his family, so he'll pay the rent and all the mortgage, and he'll pay like for all the bills and and then give like the money, like probably the wife have a joint account. But she just wouldn't be an idiot because it's not like they wouldn't be a modern woman. They would just be like they just understand how to do things. And also the man would be getting paid a lot more because like there'd be less labor, so the men could request more money because the companies would suddenly have to like pay men more because there'd be less of them. But at the moment, it's not like that. It's they want women to go to work, so they're giving all the women all these like really sort of good superfluous jobs. So it's just like I say, these ones where they're just like project managers, operations managers, all these sort of like special projects managers, all these like strange like, what does that mean? And they basically just get given a role where they're just like not really, and no one's in charge of them, and they're not in charge of anyone, and they're just like this rogue agent, and they can just sort of like they're just allowed to work, and they get given just sort of like busy work, which is just nothing, and it's just their whole point is just to be on the payroll just because it looks good because there's a woman at work. You see what I mean? It's that literally like that, and that woman will be being paid like $70,000, $80,000 like dollars or something like that, and that could go to a white man if she just didn't work, but instead it's going to her, and she's not going to have a family because she'll want to date, but she'll be like looking at the dudes who are going to be earning like 100 grand. But the people earning 100 grand aren't going to want a woman like her. They'll want like a hot barista who works at like Starbucks who will be kind of wooed, but will be like more wooed because he's got 100 grand. So already that's already going to beat out the 80 grand woman. Like one of the most unhappy professions I know for women is being a lawyer, and I've interacted with like a lot of female lawyers, and it's like they do like a lot of them seem really miserable, and I just think like obviously I don't know, a lot of them are Miss. It's always like they're Miss so and so, all the barristers are like Miss so and so, or they're divorced because they'll have really high standards. Not only that, but they're educated, and it's just even worse. Like, I could probably have it. Like my ex-wife was very smart, but there's just like a difference. It's just like if you, especially when they've got like a degree under their belt. Cause she wasn't like a doctor or anything, but she was just smart. But if you're like a fucking lawyer or doctor or something like that, I can only imagine it'd be a nightmare. Because you just get every time like your husband probably is going to say anything, you're just going to get undermined, and just probably they're going to talk over you and stuff. It's just like, already like that's just what men want. They want to kind of feel like the smart one in the relationship. So it's just redundant. It's just stupid. If a woman's a doctor, it's just who cares? Who actually cares? Just a lot of the time, what they do is they end up like being a doctor, and then they like meet like Chad Doctor, like the senior doctor, the of the plane. They get married. I'm not going to they just like they might actually get married, and I got no problem with that. But what I'm just saying is, it's just a waste of time because all that woman's done is just spend again 8 years of her fertile years in her from like 18 up until 26, and then she's got to do scrubs and stuff. It just takes ages. And then it's just like as soon as she starts, she fucks like Mr. Chaddington, and then like okay, then she's like able to just like they'll probably have like 4 kids because why not? Because he'll be on like a fucking great amount of money, and then she's gonna get on, and it'll probably be I think the NHS or something. So they'll give her like probably the full year of her like being off with her child. And she can't lose her job either, and it's just ridiculous. Women just get so many perks. You know how much time men get off? I got 2 weeks off, 2 weeks per son that was born. I got 2 weeks off. That's it. It's fucking terrible, really shit. My wife got like 6 months off or something, but utter bullshit. Women, they just get like the gold treatment. So I worked for a startup company. Some woman did that. She was just like the female like project, the head of the operations. She just gets to fuck off for a year. When you like work in a SaaS company, like a year's so much changes, personnel changes, the culture changes, so much changes. But you know, like, and then she just comes back, and it's just like we just have to like just treat her like she's just everything's fine, man. Just, and she did. She just came back. She refused to acknowledge like anything that happened in the year. She was like, "No, it's all gonna go my way. It's all back to the way it was before I left." I was like, "No, things are different now." But you're not allowed to discriminate. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to ask her like the 20-year-old woman you're gonna hire. Do you plan on having children? She'll sue you for like a discrimination, or is some shit. Yeah, so this is just it. So any of those stupid superfluous jobs that you have, those would be the jobs. Like, do you remember like when I was talking about the Mad Max days? Sorry, not Mad Max, Mad Men days. Those would be like the sort of jobs, like yeah, when like you'd go to work and it is boys' club. It was boys' club. That's the whole point. You'd all go there, and you probably would just feel like you're not really doing a lot, but you probably are at the same time because you just might work for like I don't know. It's like if you're like salespeople, you probably just feel like a bit more like connected because again, you're just all going to be like blokes. You're all just going to like be able to probably have like a bit of like, do you know what I mean? Like lads banter, and you can just probably like be like, "Oh, you should have seen the knockers of the guy I was with last night," and that's the sort of stuff that builds the testosterone up, and that's like what drives like the man. But when you've just got like Karen in there, and if you said something, she'd be like, "What did you just say?" And you're like, "Oh. Sorry, Karen, didn't realize you were here." And you call like HR, and some like fat Indian, like a Muslim woman comes in, and she's like, "Input, can you come in, please?" And I'm like, "Oh, fuck." Karen told me that you said you went out on date and a woman had very buxom. Is this correct? I'm like, "Sorry?" I said, a woman have big breasts. Is that right? I was like, "No, you don't have big breasts." No, no, no. I'm not saying that. I know what she's saying, but just do it on purpose to fuck with her, because that's what I used to do with some of the people I used to work with. Because even I knew it was a humiliation ritual. I used to work in some company, and there's some fucking woman in there who was like half Mongolian, and she could like speak Russian. And they made it like that was a massive big deal. It was like 2 clients she could speak to, where it was like it didn't even matter because the company worked in English. It was just irrelevant. It was one of these another examples of like, cause she's a woman and she's China, she looks Asian. We have to give her all the silver treatment, even though I speak like this. And you could have pushed me into like really good accounts, and I could have just probably given them a nice. They would have heard me talking, and they would have just been like, "Ooh, it sounds like this company might be quite prestigious because it's called." I know I'm not going to say it, but we had a really powerful brand, which had a really strong English naval heritage to it, and they were like, "No, no, 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 no. We're not going to use Input with his good, well-spoken elocution. We're going to use your Asian woman who talks like this. This is good character to have in face of corporate company, yeah." Yeah, it's just ridiculous, actually ridiculous. But that's what I'm telling you. It's like if I went and worked in that company like back in the 80s, like I would have definitely been like really high up because like someone who would have been white would have seen me and been like, X, yes, input. We would love to have you like just be like a representative, a really good you see what I'm saying? But because I was like a white male and it was just like, but as soon this was when like the white replacement was starting, like 2013, 14, I think. And the agenda at that point, all companies was just never let any white men be ahead. You have to you have to have some like Fatima, you have to have like Ahmed, some Asian woman, and so it was just that was it. I just knew that really. Like, going into the corporate environment, I was just like, there's just no way I can get ahead, and it was true because I did so many cases. I did like 60% of all cases, and you just think that some manager, and you're going to be, well, it's just your problem, but no, you would have just said, I think you should be promoted, or you should just get a different role. You clearly have a skill. We want you to develop this, and it is on your boss. They would do that. That's like the job. That's the whole point of them. So again, it's like, if you're going to say like, why? Yeah, I'm doing everything. But someone proactively should have been there. You can say, well, yeah, they don't want to remove you because then there's someone else, and that's basically what it is. But that doesn't technically reflect like the good ethos you want, which is if you're working hard, you should be rewarded on it on a basis of like you don't have to fight for that. And that's happened. Like I've been in environments when I was a kid where I've done that. It's just when I noticed that when we were talking about the white replacement theory, which is like mid 2010s, that I do completely get that. I feel like now that I think about what I was doing around that was when I was in London and just like the way I was treated, a lot of racism towards me being white. So it makes a lot of sense. It just does. So you can just tell that was like when the Democrats were like really in. That must have been like Obama. Hang on, I'm gonna be really careful here. Because when was Trump? Because I feel like I was in London when Trump actually did get in power. No, 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 no. Trump was, when I was working in corporate, Trump definitely was the prime president for the first term. But it was strange because I still think stuff was still quite wokey around that point. It was because he came off the back of Obama, didn't he? So Obama did. I think Obama did it really. Obama did a really good job of just turning it like making everything very, very like racial, basically, and he very much was just trying to like give like all the black people loads of like benefits, trying to bring in loads of immigrants and stuff. And then Trump came in, but he didn't even really get going because for like the first couple of years, he was just basically like being fucking dogpiled on. Anytime, I'm not going to pretend he didn't do crazy shit. He did, but like that's just him as a president. But he did basically just go on X, and he was just whatever tweet he tweeted. I remember because I worked with the financial people, and they had a computer because they've got like 8 computer screens. And then one of them was just like a teletext, like really basic sort of text that someone had obviously just. It was probably like a Raspberry Pi computer that someone had just programmed like the RSS feed for like. So it came up and like just basically just text form, but I just because I'd always go to the toilet and I had to walk past them. I did it more out. I was more curious. That's what I'm saying. It'd always be like 3 or 4 white dudes, really, really like old white dudes. You could tell that they were probably like very, very like, highly priced analysts because they were the dudes who were like making the data that the account managers. Do you remember I was telling you about those like fucking the woman, the girl account manager and like the guy who again who just probably on like 90 grams. And those guys were like keep making the data for them, and they were basically like selling it. If that makes sense. And they were the account managers to that. but they did the financial stuff. I was in the merchant navy stuff, so we weren't even on the same vertical technically. But it was a really messed up system. But whatever, dude. Um, and yeah, anytime Trump said anything, it really affect all the stocks, all the stocks and shares. So it was just really interesting. But yeah, it's just he didn't really do a lot. And then obviously when Biden was in, he just the culture was so different. I'm just trying to think. So around that time, it was just like things like RuPaul's Drag Race and just pushing all this like gay agenda and just everything's like all the pronouns and stuff, Black Lives Matter, all of this like toxic masculinity, Me Too. It's just this is just all the shit that like we're trying to unravel now. It's gonna take so long, but we're gonna get there. But it's just we can't let the Democrats win again. We can't let the left get in. Because I tell you, if they get in this time, they will not make it. They will make sure that they do not. I'll go to prison. I'll probably just go to prison. Like if Katie votes the Green Party, and I'm gonna have to keep reaffirming how evil the Green Party are. So the Green Party is this guy called Zach Polansky. He's Jewish. So there's already an agenda to that. And Katie's probably too stupid to realize. Although she'll hate Israel. She'll fucking hate Israel and Ben Netanyahu. But for some reason, she's too stupid to realize that when Jewish people aren't like in their country, they're not gonna just be sleeper agents. But anyway, like Zach Polanski's like agenda's fucking crazy. Like I would love to like I don't actually care, but Katie's reason for like why I'd love to actually kind of know that. I would love to know that if she could just like maybe if she did like a live stream, so I'd just go in there as a mole, just kind of ask her that. So be interested to know like what your thoughts are on the Green Party. Some of them are insane. Some of the ideas are insane. So it's like open all borders, just flood that whole country with a bunch of brown and black people. Absolutely, will just destroy this country. Like, do you hate yourself that much? That's what I have to start asking these people. Do you hate yourself that much? You're just willing to see this. And I think, like, hey, like, look at her. She's covered in tats. She's not married. Hasn't got any children. Is probably going to really struggle now. Like, I don't doubt she will be able to date guys. That's actually not I have no doubt of that. But it's sort of what quality of the guys is she going to be dating? I don't know. And even if she does date them, that's not even like the main contention because she may date them. But like, the bloke is the one who decides if they want to marry Katie. And like, that's actually the big challenge for women. Because any woman can be in a situationship because men will easily just like fuck you if you just like go on Tinder and say, "Oh, I'll suck your cock." Like most blokes will let you come around. That's not hard. But then like it's like actually like after you've sucked that bloke's cock, like is he actually gonna like want to keep you around, or is he just gonna let you say, "All right, fuck off," then, and you just realise that you've just been used? You see what I'm saying to you? That's the part where you actually need to do something. And that's again, it's like why women don't get like a W when they have high body counts for the exact reason I just said to you. Because like if I go on Tinder and there's like, doesn't necessarily need to be super hot, but if she was just like, oh, I'm just really horny and for some reason I just don't care, I'll just come around yours and like suck your cock. Like, I think a lot of blokes would probably be like, what's the catch? That'd probably be the only thing that most of them say. But if there was just some reason she was just, I don't know. I think a lot of blokes probably just be all right, because again we don't have that like risk as well. Because again, it's like if they're women, like I suppose like all you'd be worried about is like is this like it's too good to be true. Like, is she gonna like actually like eat my penis or something? Like, but do you see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying hypothetically. But like, do you see what I'm saying? So on the other end of that coin, that woman, I've just proven to you how easy it is for the woman to have that as well. Because like again, if you just say to like the prize to like the blokes is having sex. So if you're just like a woman who says, "I've given my prize up to loads of blokes," how is that like sex? How is that like a rewarding? Let's like say like a woman has like 30 pearls. She's like a clam, and she's got 30 pearls. So every time like you fuck a new dude, you give one of your pearls away to them. So it's like when like yeah, like you're like the pirate, and you find like the clam, and you open it. It's just like it's no pearls left. What's happened? I'll just give them all away. Oh, you're worthless. That's kind of it, isn't it? It's like that. It's just, you're not worth anything. You can't do that because it's just that's not that's the bit that people want is the sex. I'm trying to think of like another analogy. It's like a fat person. It's like a fat person, like being proud they can eat like 2 boxes of Krispy Kremes a day. No one gives a fuck. Like that's never gonna get in the news, unless people are gonna like laugh at them. But like, it's not a hard achievement. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like most people can do that. Or I don't know, you're a really rich guy and you just buy loads of stuff. It's like, okay, you're rich. Of course you can do that. See, it's just that's not a challenge. If you're like a woman who's like managed to get into like your like 20s, like you're still a virgin. Again, I think like the problem is guys will again probably raise an eyebrow about that. Obviously, you can quill a lot of the questions if you've got good answers. So if you just generally do convince them that you're like a super traditional woman. But like again, I think a lot of guys will just be like, because women say this, and it's like they're not really. Because then you actually like, talk to them, and you find out like they don't count like anal, they don't count like getting sucked off or hand jobs and stuff like that, which. Maybe like getting jerked off is maybe not, but like even like blowjobs, I think you're sort of still defining yourself. Like maybe getting jerked off, like I could like let you off, like maybe that. Or, like yeah, I went to prom and I had a handsy boyfriend, so I just jerked like that. I'd be like, okay, I suppose I could still count you as a virgin. Possibly, maybe if it was like oral as well, but it was like the one time she was just like, yeah, okay, I'd be fine. But if she was like, oh no, then we had anal, I'm like, no, you're not a virgin. You're not a virgin now. I get what you want to say. So yeah, let's just start then with Kay's like, magnum opus. God, she managed to get a silver play button. Papa John's like pizza.
I just woke up.
Ah, too sweet. She is crying. Well done, Katie. We all love you to bits and very happy for your success. I think you're putting words in my mouth here. And that's from Darth Vader 6005. So if you're gonna sit there and think Darth Vader's some hard ass, you're absolutely wrong. Because he's actually he might be trying to help gays, so maybe he is just like a single father and he's like trying to he's alright because like Luke and Leia are kind of out of the house now, aren't they? They're like gone. He's pretty good, old Darth. He's got like I mean he's dead, but like let's just say this was before he died. Like he had the Superstar Destroyer. I mean, that's fucking massive. I think it was like just like 20 kilometers long. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's a pretty big house. Congrats, Kay. So well deserved, and that got like a big thumbs up. Okay, yeah. The Darth Vader's one didn't, weirdly, and that came out at the same time. So I don't know. It obviously didn't, and that one has more likes as well. So there's clearly some bias going on. It just feels unfavorable. And this is this is Caitlin Evans, so that's a woman. Darth Vader probably is a bloke, so that probably explains that. So Kate being a misandrist, that makes sense. Makes complete sense. Ah, the day is finally come, and that's from Lindsay G3U. That's got a big thumbs up. Again, that's because I think Lindsay sounds like a female name. Four-eyed freak. One of our favourites. There's an MVP. This has got a big thumbs up from Kay as well. Congrats, love. You deserve this so much, and I can't wait to see what else you achieve. Squeeze out a couple of white ones, hopefully. That's the best thing you can make. Do you know like how valuable children are, kids? Kids. Kay. You know how valuable life is. Do you know how valuable life is? How much like more valuable life is than all those toys and a plaque and anything? How okay, I get to see my kids on Saturday, and it's gonna be so good. I'm just gonna have such a lovely time with them. It's gonna be really nice. Gonna give them a nice big hug. Okay, it just feels so good. Like, I don't care about anything else. You've just been sat here, and all you're doing is wasting your time. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Every day you go to Nando's and you get your spicy chicken, and you don't even get that, do you? You got like the original orders. Get your cheeky Nando's. You feel great, don't you? You don't need a man to do that, do you? Okay. You don't need a man to do that. You can just go get your little Goy Lord like milkshake. Get your little Goy Lord milkshake from the Five Guys. Or is Five Guys like who you have to do to be able to buy the milkshake? It's too funny. But isn't that sad, okay? It's just gonna have to nothing, Got this nice big plaque. It's nice to get rewards, isn't it? It's nice to be noticed. I mean, I get like, like what rewards I get? I get my kids like being excited to see me, and they say they love me and stuff, and they call me daddy. And that's just beautiful. It just melts my heart. And they show me all the stuff they've learned. Sometimes get pictures. They're really good pictures. They're really smart kids. So, but I guess it's good for you. I'm so jealous. I don't have any of the shit you have. Okay? I don't have any of your little toys. I mean, I do. I mean, I would never buy the toys you had. So, arguably, I do have toys. Not as many as you. I think I could probably. I'm not like I could say. I'm not like poor. I don't want to say that. I'm not. I definitely am not like. But I'm not rich and I'm not poor. I am probably in the middle. Like, so I could probably buy you some Goy Lord stuff as well. So yeah, it's like, and also, why are you buying a house? Why are you buying a house again if you've got no children? It just seems a bit stupid. Isn't it? Gonna be like a bit intimate if you've just got this massive, sorry, unintimate. If you've just got a massive house, you just go, or be like the cat lady just walks around. You're like big, massive, like your big house. You're just gonna have like 2 bedrooms spare, for one for your gym and then one for your studio, because just again how narcissistic you are. I just want to do that. I know the game. You're gonna be like, no. I just keep this house, and then I'll plan to have it. So like, obviously, when I do meet Prince Charming, I'll be able to have my first child, and then I'll remove the gym, and then after that, I'll get 2 kids, and I'll have to take. But you'll know that time will never come, okay? Because you'll have that house, and you're gonna be like. She'll go on like Tinder or whatever it is, or I don't even know what the new one is. It's not Tinder, and she'll be like trying to like, because she'll know in her head how much she's worth, because she knows how much the house is worth, how much like income she gets. So she will like be looking at all the guys who are gonna probably be like the sort of blokes will be like in the suits, and they're gonna have like the really sick Bugatti behind them, or they'll be like really tall. So they'll be like. So what I'm trying to say to you is these guys are gonna have loads of options. So, I mean, I don't know, because I don't know anything. I'm trying to generalize someone like her. I'm not even trying to, I don't even care, because this is where it doesn't even matter. If someone like her can easily just refute this and just be like, I watched this and actually blah, 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 I've been going out my blah, blah, blah. I'm talking in general. In general, even if you are the one that gets away, if you want to call it that. It doesn't matter, because there's like I know there are loads of women, because I've been doing this for ages. I can't think of specifics, but at the moment, but it's just generally it just seems to be like the archetype that I'm noticing with like especially female creators who are getting like towards like the late 20s, they're just becoming less and less desired, and it's like you're starting to notice that already with like women like Valkyrie and like Pokimane, and like I say, Brittany Venti and Pearl Davis as well. She's one I mean, she never had the attractiveness, but she had like that kind of I'm different, so people were gonna like watch me out, like that kind of. In that kind of way, but like all these people's channels just like absolutely like they're becoming so small. I mean, Britney Venti took a year off, and you can't really do that anyway because it's just so bad for your algorithm. But their Pearl's like just pumping shit out on a daily basis. And it barely gets like 12K, and I just think like I don't think that's even going to be good anymore. I think they're just all doing this business model where you just keep shitting a video out every day, but because you just do that, each one of those can just grow into a tiny, tiny little shrub, and that'll maybe give you like $1 a month. So if you've got 400 shitty videos, and each one of them gives you like around like $1 to $4 a month, you've got somewhat of a salary. Do you see what I'm saying to you? I mean, that's just what these people do. Because they're not like heavy hitting videos. I see like I don't respect him. I don't even watch his videos because I just don't respect him anymore. But like Turkey Tom, I see his videos come out and they're very heavy hitting. You can see that they over a day they'll just have like a couple mil, and I think that's going to probably earn you a nice bit of cheese. But again, it's redundant because who the fuck is Turkey Tom? He's just some fucking loser. He's just like, I suppose his reputation is fucked now. I mean, I'm sure women will fuck him, but even at this point, it's just it works on his level. Like, what kind of women? Like, who wants to fuck some like weirdo? Like, he's like some like emo edge lord, but he's clearly like into fucking like age play shit, and it's not acceptable. It just isn't. It's too degenerate. It really is. Like, I know. I've been with like people with like who are uh like good looking dudes who just be like they can like bang like 18 and 19-year-olds. And it always just stays at that level, and they even explain to me they just don't want to like fuck like 19-year-old 18-year-olds because they just think like it's too easy to lie. But they can do like 19, 20-year-olds. They've got no problem with that. But to just take it that next level where it's like you're actually like your girl's like dressing up for you to be like a kid, it's so fucked. It really does show that there's definitely paedophilic tendencies. I don't know how you can try and like bat your brain around it. But this is again, it's just this other thing that these leftoids they just do. Okay, you'll be like this. You'll have like these strange rules which are like pedophilia is completely wrong to Katie, but age play in the bedroom is fine. And what age play is like you're allowed to dress up as a little girl and pretend she's a little girl, but as long as you're fucking her and you obviously she isn't a little girl, that's okay. And I just think that isn't. I really don't think that is. I still think that you've got something wrong with you and you need to probably go get yourself checked out. And I don't know, maybe you need to get castrated. Maybe just you can just veto sex. And trust me, once you are castrated, you don't need to think. You won't even think about it. So it's not even a problem to you. You'll be happier. You'll just wake up and you just won't need to think about sex. And you just won't even think about it. 'Cause you just look at women and you just like won't be interested in them. And you'll just go on your day and you'll just probably just find other stimulus. You might get really fat because you just like eat loads because there's no need for you to like get to look attractive. But you'll probably just be happier. You'll get like maybe you might get more done because you just won't be like sat around like I don't know. I'm not like doing it like most blokes, but like, I guess most blokes are like, oh, I feel I need to get fucked tonight. I need to find some friends to get fucked. So you have to go to the bar or something. You go to get your hair cut or some shit. This is a really weird memory. When I met my like ex-wife, she like lived in London. I don't want to give too much away. And she lived in like this place which had like, it was like a loads of flats, but they were like it was like they were a community, and they were like a community for like ages. But as people were like dying, so all the people were there, like Indians were moving in, so the Great Indian Invasion had already started. But there was like this woman who worked there, sorry, lived there, But she was like one of those like really fat like women, like, the sort of inside feeder women who she wasn't actually a feeder, but like she was so fat. And I just remember like going around like my ex's mum's house, and she'd be like, "Do you mind just going over to her house just to see if she's okay?" And we were like, "Okay." And she was like warning me about it. She's like, "Just gonna warn you, she's like really, really big." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sure it'll be okay." And I went in, she was absolutely huge. Just to give you context, she would be able to sit on this whole sofa and probably broke it. She would break it if she probably sat on that. And she just had like, this massive, like reinforced, like big sofa, and she was just like sat on it. And she was like, "Hello, how you doing?" I was like, "Hello, I'm input." She's like massive, massive, really fat, just really fat. And like allegedly, I think it was just like, I think it was like she had a really good job. So, because she was old, she was like probably like in her late 60s, 70s, yeah, early 60s, late 60s, something like that. And I think she did have like a really good job, and that's like how she was just able to afford it. She bought the flat, and she wasn't paying any like rent on it. She like had a flat out, like no mortgage, and she was just getting like a really good like pension. And she was just like buying just like takeouts all the time. And it was like they just had a system where like the takeouts like she just got to the point where I think she just had the door open and they just like I think this was before like they were like really dodgy. And they would just like be able to like she was so big. I don't think she could like actually like, move around. But I remember she was obsessed with frogs. She had like loads of like frog like models. Or was it pigs? I can't remember. It could have been pigs, but like it was completely unironically to how big she was. But she died in COVID. So, like, I'm not surprised. She was so big. The fact that she was the size she was like it was a feat of nature. She was like the biggest woman I'd ever seen. But she was like really nice. She was just like she just accepted the position she was in because I think she was married and she did have a kid and like the marriage just went away and she was just like divorced. So it probably was like dealing with just huge amounts of depression. Because no like happy person is going to do that to themselves. But she was like just a nice enough person. Like when she came around, she was always like really happy to see people, and she'd always like try and offer us stuff because it was really nice. Because like we were like setting up our place, so like I think she gave us like it was something like really good, like a rice cooker or like a ninja machine or something like that. Because she just didn't use it. Because again, she was quite wealthy. Because I think she was like a lawyer or solicitor and obviously worked in London as well, so she would have been like really like she was like a smart woman. I could tell she was smart because she spoke with like a quite good like posh accent. But it's just sad. Yeah, it's just sad. Um, can't remember how many subscribers you had when I found you, but I've been subscribed since late 2023. You're honestly one of the reasons I still even watch YouTube. Can't wait to witness your 1 million plaque unboxing. Trust me, that's gonna take a long time. And that's from Phantasma Messe 31860. Oh god. Marina X Love. So she obviously cries. This is gonna make me feel really upset. I'm probably gonna laugh. Congratulations, you deserved it. I got a thumbs up. Okay. That's from Aaron Soros. It's always the female facing accounts that she always likes. I bet she really hates men. Congrats, Katie. You deserve it truly. You created a space here for so many people to express their feelings about things they always felt too radical to say out loud. There are a lot of us that feel less alone now because of you. And that's called Smelly It Spliff. That's really cool, isn't it? Hopefully, there will be one for this channel soon. That's from I Ban Joy T. Okay. Hey, Katie. I'm generally happy for you. I've always loved watching this video for your second channel. It's because you're grounded and it feels so much like you're right here with us. I love when you make this kind of content, but it's like you're talking about real stuff. Is it real stuff? Is it real stuff? I don't think this is real stuff. I think what I talk about is real stuff. I think you should come on my channel and you should drop that exact comment on here, because I'm not trying to like polish my shoes, but this isn't real stuff. Kay's not living. This is not real. In fact, like in the last like 30,000 years, women have not lived like Katie. Katie would be considered really bizarre. She would be like, if Katie was like from the 1970s, even maybe like 80s, she'd just be considered a weird spinster. And the fact that she had loads of tattoos as well, like she'd be really undesired. She'd just be like this really bizarre person. Like, all of the people who live around her would be like these men and women, and the men would be wearing suits and going to their jobs. And like, I mean, like, obviously, just what would Kay even be doing? Like, I guess she'd just be a prostitute. Like, that's the only thing I can think about. Like, how she'd be able to like be like who she is and exist in the past without there being the internet. She probably would have to be a lady of the night or a burlesque dancer or something. And she'd just be like, everyone would just be like, no one would invite her to any of the functions, and she'd just be like this weird like pariah, like this like outcast. No one would want to like talk to her. Like she'd like, everyone would like go to the supermarket and she'd just be there, and you could just like, everyone would just kind of probably be really quiet when they see her like just walking down like the aisle and stuff, and people would just be whispering, just be like, oh, isn't that Katie? Hasn't got any children? It's like, oh yeah, she does like burlesque dance. That's the sort of shame we're gonna need to bring back at you. Well, I'll do it. Trust me, I have.
And I checked my phone, and my 100k plaque has arrived at the FedEx store. So I'm gonna get up, have my breakfast, and I'm gonna head over there and pick it up.
But I thought she couldn't drive, so how's she gonna get there? See, I know all this. Alright. You could have just done it from there. Fine.
I've got IU. Today is a special day, okay? Because after a year and a half of
It's just so pathetic. If she had a child, like, you know the sad thing, right? It's like if she had a child, less people will be happy for her, but the fewer people who were happy for her will be a lot more happy. That's the sad reality you've got to think. A lot of these people don't really care. Their life doesn't really change. This is a small little blip in their existence that kind of just dulls the pain of their like reality. They watch you, Katie, for like a tiny little bit. And you know what it does, Katie? It just takes them away. It's like me playing this, Katie. It just takes me away from everything. It takes me away from the boring, how mundane life is, right? That mundanity. I don't think that's a word, but I'm gonna say like boring old life we all got.
Communications log. First comms operator Bailey reporting. I want this on record. The ship is under attack, but Captain Matthias has refused to issue a distress call.
YouTube. I'm gonna fart. I might. It's a nervous fart.
All operation is illegal. Aegis 7 was sealed off. They knew
That's really fucking gross.
all kept our mouths shut.
Okay, that's fucking gross. So again,
Mayday, mayday.
you remember I said that to like about Brittany Vinny?
Wait,
Like, I didn't really ever expect. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect Katie to say something like this. So, but I'm just telling you, I'm not in any way turned on by her. Like, I don't care. Like, even if she is just watching this and like this is like she is like, again not listening to what I told her. But I'm just saying to you that this again just reaffirms that like the standard of dude who's gonna fuck Katie is gonna be like some fucking low T, like one of those, like, you know, like the sort of white dudes who probably like want to be like dominatrix. They just want to be like whipped and pegged. That's the sort of people like now that Katie's gonna want. Like, who will like be okay with that? Because it's like high value dudes like Sydney Sweeney, for example. She's probably not gonna be like. Maybe she is. Maybe that's like something you'll find out about her, but her persona doesn't portray that. But I'm just saying, like, I think she's aware of that mystique. Or again, like I'm telling you, like probably like more classy women. Maybe like no, I don't even want to. I don't even want to say like. It's so hard. There's like barely any classy women anymore. I was like gonna say Brett Cooper, but she's like not, because she's like, again, she's like fucking online and she wants to suck Katyklism's cock. But just for talking about fighting, it's not good enough. It's not. It's just what I'm trying to say to you. I'm not even caring. I'm not even giving her advice at this point because she's a lost cause. She knows this. If anyone like Madman does stumble upon these deep sea scrolls of me, like, just please know I'm trying to help you. Like, you don't want to teach your kids about this. Like, men don't find it attractive. We don't want it. We're just about okay with the idea that you go to the toilet. We probably know you're having a shit, and we're just like accept that. We accept that that's okay. Hopefully, like, you've really cleaned yourself. So like, if we do go and have sex, there's just gonna be no poo or anything. Like, I don't think a lot of dudes want poo and like anything to do with poo with women. It's just like, I don't know. There probably are like dudes who want that, but I feel like I'm uncomfortable for admitting that. I'll accept that it can happen. But like, that's different. Like, for example, like if you're gonna have anal, I accept that I probably might get dick shit on my dick, but that's because I've accepted that. But like in general, I'm like not thinking like, if we're just having penetrative sex, or why is it gonna be poo? You should be able to clean yourself up. That's just like you being a normal human. You should just be able to, but I don't want to hear women just farting and stuff.
Okay,
That is absolutely fucking disgusting. And you can hear like a simp boyfriend like he's probably again like, because this is like a humiliation ritual. You gotta ask yourself, like, even if I did have like a girlfriend, I don't want to like sit and like, just make like these weird like videos where like, I'm just gonna put these out. But he probably, and also the fact like he probably doesn't get anything out of this because he's filming this for Katie, and she'll just pocket that money. Maybe she does like have this bull like thing. But in general, women don't like paying for men. Honestly, they don't. Katie will get in cope and like pretend that she's like, I'm happy to pay for my sugar baby, or whatever it's called when women, but she won't for the long term. And women don't. In general, psychologically, maybe Katie is the anomaly. I was saying in general, and that's what I'm saying to you about the hypergamy thing. If you're like a lawyer, you're gonna be like going on the dating sites, and you'll probably see a dude like me, but like, and she might match with me, because she might think like I'm good looking or something. But then she'll like ask me what I do, and I'll tell her what I do, and she'll probably again just get turned off, or she'll hear how tall I am, and then she'll just like no. And her basis of that will just be, oh, well, I am a lawyer and I'm making like 90 grand. Ergo, I deserve to have 6 foot Chad, and he has to. And it's like, no. It's like, no. That's how the men work. It's how the men work. It's not how it works with the women. Women have different. The women get that if they're virgins and they're like good and pure and they want to have children. That's all they have to do. But you don't want to do that, Katie, do you? You want to like make Goy Lord bucks to like, I don't know. It's like makes videos of you farting on camera. It's like India's good. And okay, you gotta remember that. I'll play devil's advocate. So you've had 48 comments, and you had 1,326 people who have just watched this. So that means that there's like 1,280 people who've just watched this, and they've done, or 1,100 people who haven't even given you a like or anything. Who knows what they've watched this for? Okay, who knows who these people are? But I guarantee you, I bet you, I can just bet you that there's probably like one or two, couple of those people who probably have masturbated to this video. I'm willing to throw my gauntlet down. I know how depraved this world is. I just think that's just true. If you're just a white woman in any context, there's probably any content you do, there'll be some dude who's going to be off of it. Especially if you're in a bikini. But like, if you're not, like, there's that like video where a white woman just like drove up in like Sri Lanka, and that Indian dude was immediately able to start beating off to her in a tuk-tuk. That's the kind of like level of like horniness these guys have. They can just look at a picture of a white woman and just get attracted. They're just like a dick, or just like, well, start want to jerk off. Because they've watched so much porn, it's like the only like way that they know how to process white women. It's just like their porn instruments. Because in their culture, that's what women are. Okay, they're porn instruments. What the sex instruments?
Unsent message retrieved from array buffer. Well, YouTube into giving me my award, so now I'm gonna go collect it. Hopefully, the paparazzi leave me alone. It's known to happen. See, that was the paparazzi outside my house. Yeah. Don't mind that then. Don't look at it. Beautiful day. It's almost like the gods knew today was the day that I'm collecting my
expert on the original marker is deciphering its secrets. Forgive me for quarantining you just 7.
Just
May have been inconvenienced, but you're suffering some sort of epidemic. Regardless,
I mean, she's trying to do a bit, and that's what's it's just cringe. I'm not even. It's not funny. I'm sorry. It's just. Delivery is just. I just think women can't. It's just different. It's just different. You just can't play our game. I'm sorry. There's things I can't do, Kate. There's loads of things I can't do, which I know you can. Like, for example, you can basically fuck up and cry, and the sisterhood will always protect you. That doesn't happen, eh? Because men will just compete competitive with each other. So if like I'm a man and I show I'm weak, other men will just jump on that, and that's exactly what happens. They're just gonna have like black and Indian people and like other white people just be like, "Oh, you're a pussy, dude," because they need to do that because they know that's actually how the women the women want to like fuck you if you're like strong. How strong would Isaac have to be to fucking do that? So I've got loads of those. I just sell these. I never fucking use them. I'm sorry, I just never use them. Alright, fine.
award. What award you may be asking? Well, I'll tell you. Another car. Well, because I am me and so fantastic and splendid, 100,000 people thought, yeah, this girl is the best, and we will worship her. And
it's not funny. And the other thing about it is well, it's like. There's probably like a sense of truth behind that. She's like obviously gonna do the bit, or not even that. If she's gonna base it on like, okay, let's say like, she is like doing it a bit, then she's right because like I would look at her like, if I'm being honest with you, I'm not like being bad faith. I'm really not. But I'm telling you, if I was like I don't know, a talent manager and I was trying to like do funny content, I wouldn't think she'd be the person. There's like definitely like much funnier people. They just happen to be men. But there are like British people I watch who are just like a lot funnier. Shit. And I'd be like, yeah, they definitely deserve like to be bigger than Katie. But they're not. And I just feel like there's definitely a reason, and you're gonna like sit there and cope and like say no, 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 it's a skill issue, it's a skill. It's not a fucking skill issue. Katie's content is like, it's like a 2, it's like a 2 or 3 out of 10. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. That's what I get for bad mouth in the Queen. Probably like a 3 or 4 out of 10. It's really not good. I'm sorry if that hurts you. So give you context, Katie. You'd be on about the same as like so. Okay, this is a good fit. The only reason I'm watching you is because you're shit. It's basically the I love cringe. I love it. I do think it's really funny. And that's what I'm saying to you. Like, I don't know. You probably noticed that. I mean, I made that like unclear. But like, you're on the same level as like more Pegasus. That's probably why I don't watch Brittany Venti as well, because I think like she probably like I know you'll hate me to say this, but she probably is like a 5 or a 6 because she is like a little bit more. So it's still not good. It's still not very good. It's not. It's still not like. It's still like something I just want to like squash out because it's not. I hate mediocre. Bad is funny because at least it's like watching The Room where you're like, fine, I get what they're doing here. So if you're just being like abruptly cringe, it's funny to me. But if something's just shit is mediocre, it's like shit. It's like, oh fuck that. It's not because it's like you watch it and it's like that's her problem. It's like it's harder for me to laugh at Brittany Vinny stuff because she is a little bit more self-aware. And is at least able to dog on other women and like actually just kind of like accept there is like a sort. Do you see what I mean? It's you're not. You're like the classic like liberal girl who's just come out like fish out of water or the but you haven't. You're a fish out of water, but you've been given a halo. That halo is just basically everything's been like given to you on a silver platter, and your life would have been completely different to mine, just simply based on the fact that you're a more useful pawn in the grander scheme of life, which is you voting green. Because you voting green will cancel out like what my vote is, and they know that. And that's the sad reality we live in. Because Katie doesn't want to vote more right because that would mean that we'd have to close the borders up, and Katie hates that because she knows that means that her gravy trains up. No more brownoids and like black people because I'm just gonna get like this is like obviously hypothetical, but for the internet I'm gonna have a big board and go. It's like no Negroes, no Negroes or Indians are allowed to like communicate with our women. We'll protect our women, be a big shield around the UK. And they're not going to be able to talk to any Indians, any Muslims, any Chinese people, any black people. They're all going to be blocked. The only people they'll be able to talk to are other white women and other white men. So there'll be no race mixing, because they can't. They won't be able to do it. They would just be like, what Indians? But oh, don't worry about them. And I'm going to make the funniest propaganda. I've got like lists of loads of ugly guys, and this is why I've kept them. So when I become Minister of Propaganda, that will be my official title. I'll have such a good day because I'm just going to be. My job will just be to like make like funny like cartoons. It's just like the most. Like I'll just get like a picture of the most ugly like Indian guy and say. Warning, if you do never go to India, if you see Indians, this is the guy who will rape you. And I'll just have this like picture of this Indian guy. I'll just keep posting. I'll just put them, and all our kids will just watch it, read that stuff, and they'll hate them. And we'll make loads of movies about it. We'll make loads of movies where we just have like really good looking, like clavicular looking dudes, and just like really ripped, and it's just like all the enemies are just gonna be like these like fucking like dweeby looking Indian dudes, just like black people, and we'll just have to do that, and we'll just keep doing it for like 10, 20, 30 years. Jewish people, they're always like, oy vey. Do that for like 20, 30 years. Just all our white women will just be absolutely grossed out. We just would not want to speak to any of them. That's just phase 1. when the men get in for charge, trust me, we gotta make sure things aren't gonna ever go back to the way they ever were. You've had fun humiliating us, fine. Trust me, the Empire will strike back. Join me, Kay. I have a plan. You can still be valuable. Well, you'll not be that valuable. You'll not really be that valuable. You'll be like... Because I'll have other men lieutenants. They'll be much more valuable. You gotta remember, okay, all the women who are like liking your content, they're irrelevant. They're irrelevant. I'm just telling you the truth now, but they're irrelevant. In the grand scheme of whatever, I'm just telling you the truth. I can see into the future, but they are irrelevant. People are just using you. People are just using you, dude. Look at your profile picture. You... You can. Bloody bitch. Bloody bitch. Bloody... Bloody bitch. Bloody bitch. So they think that's the worst thing, like, insult. Seriously, the Indians are absolutely fucking pathetic. Their, like, phenotype is so weak. Like, I just think even in terms of, like, muscle density, I had a friend who was Indian, right? And he was the weakest motherfucker in the world. Like, we used to, like, get really high and, like, we'd drink. And it was, like, this one time, like, we went onto this rooftop of this, like, building. Like, it was the dorms of this, like, London building, the university where my friend was at, London. It was really sick. It literally looked like a Street Fighter scene. A Street Fighter stage. Because it was, like, we were just on top of the building. And we were just, like, smoking cigarettes and just, like, a joint, pass a joint around. And it was like London, obviously, just had like the London panorama just all around us. So we just had like, because he lived like, oh, gotta be careful here. Is it Canary? So we're Canary Wharf and like, yeah, like the Gherkin and that big HSBC building. He lived like more east than that. He was like on the really like the zone 5 of the east. He was like really far that way. So we basically just got to see like all of like the big buildings, I suppose, in the background. And then also it was just really atmospheric because it was like, obviously it was nighttime and it was like a really clear night. And then it had like on top of the building, it just had like the sort of stereotypical like exhaust fans and like exhaust pipes and stuff. And that's why we were like trying to, because I think I kept joking. I was like, because it was like you went up to the top. It was just like this. It was like in the middle of the roof. It was this massive like metal. I guess it probably could be a helipad. It obviously wasn't a helipad. I just think like what it could be. It doesn't matter. I don't know what it was, but it was just there. And I kept like just every time I did it, I just kept like goading him. I was just like, what's happened? And someone's like, oh, so who blocked it? I love, like, I made a joke. I love, like, so basically there was like some post about like a woman just being absolutely like, stupid, and I wrote it's obviously a joke. Apparently we can hit women again. Try it, nothing will happen to you. And someone reported that. But what I like is that Facebook doesn't care anymore. Sorry, X just doesn't care anymore. So like now, like when I like that happens, I used to be banned for like a week. So it'd be like 7 days you'd be banned. But for some reason now they just don't care. They send you like a thing that just says, uh, it just prompts you. It just says like it's still on the platform, but we're just gonna like inhibit it, which doesn't mean anything to me because I can type really quick. Everything I post goes straight into spam or the probable spam bot. But it's just funny when you actually do get like that notification because that just means that someone's obviously read that, obviously thought that you're like a bot or something, or like that's just too far. But I'm just telling you now, reading this out, it's obviously a joke. It's so obviously a joke because you just wouldn't say something like that. It's so obviously, but it's people can't stand it, and this is basically what's being weaponized against us. So, for example, someone like me who's got like quite a dark sense of humor and uses sarcasm, how can you defend that if like an Indian woman who doesn't understand sarcasm and her IQ is too stupid, how can like her, if she calls the police up and says I'm really offended by that, how can like I say, well, I meant it as a joke, but like my humor is really dark, so sometimes I say things really deadpan because I'm trying to goad that reaction out of you. And so you even reporting it is quite funny to me, and it is. But so do you see what I'm saying? So already, how can I like prove that? Because in the sense that she's offended, I could say it's a joke, and it just as much as anyone's offended, well, it was just a joke. I think that's always your foil to that. I'm really offended by that. Yeah, but it was just a joke, and that's my sense of humor. Okay. And I just, how can you prove that? Because if a lawyer just looks at that and says like, well, my client was really offended by like you saying like you can go hit women, I'll be like, yeah, but that's just a joke. It's obviously a joke. You like read my account and my profile, it says that's just my like kind of humor. Oh, but it is just interesting. Like, it's just interesting that like X is just giving up. They just because I keep hearing people talking how like they're getting reported for racism. I just don't think racism does anything anymore. I think Elon's just turned it off because I just think he's realized that there's just too many like good actors who are just getting like abused by it, and he probably just said, "Don't. If anyone's just doing you for racism, just ignore it." It's just like no one cares anymore. Obviously, just too many like black people and Indians who just got really offended by it. Just like look at all we. No, it was like it said something like, "Is this a sketch?" And it was something about like a woman getting attacked, and I just it's violent speech allegedly. Apparently, that's violent speech. I'm going to just read it out again. No, apparently we can hit women again. try it. Nothing will happen to you. It's just a joke. But it's been put as violent speech. It's been put as violent speech. So, okay. I'm going to read out a couple of posts, and I'm just going to say, like, do any of these, like, invoke violent speech to your knowledge? So, look, I'm just going to read a couple of new ones. Sneeko says, I do not fear you. Oh, that could be violent speech, in my opinion. Because I could feel like that could be a call to action. So, do you see what I mean? So, there's nothing, in my opinion, if I wanted to be just a dickhead, I could probably feel like I can twist all of this. Trains are such big celebrities, they want to take selfies with them every time. And there's a video of, like, a guy getting ran over in India by a train. I think that could be violent speech. Because he's, like, making fun of it. I think that's, like, he's trying to joke. He's trying to, like, soften. He's trying to soften the death of Indians. That's violent speech. The Goyim ate this crap up, and this is childish Gambino. That sounds like violent crap. Violent speech, because Goyim. That's a derogative term towards anyone who's not Jewish. So I'm telling you, so this is why, like, it's just bullshit. This is why, like, the internet got ruined. There was like a period where, like, for example, I just had people who are, I suppose, like, intelligent people, and they're just like, they never used the internet, and I'd always say, like, I wonder, like, why, and I just now know it's because if you're like a smart white guy and you go on the internet, you get bludgeoned by, like, insecure black Indian Muslims and, like, fucking third worlders who just they're too insecure. They don't want to, like, give you any credit for stuff you do, so they'll just, like, they make all these accounts and just, like, even if you do good things, they'll just probably harass you and just tell you you're gay or something, or just, and then you just, when you're, like, not used to that, you just don't want to deal with it. So you're just like, oh, I just stopped using social media. Why? Oh, I just posted pictures of, like, me and my family on, like, holiday, like, people, like, random people, just Instagram, just calling me, like call me a gay lord, and so, like, oh, I'm just gonna jerk off through the pictures and stuff. I'm not even trying. I'm just generally, this is all stuff. I've got death threats in my DMs. From who? I don't know. People just say they hate me for some reason. And no, they don't have the critical thinking to, like, ask who those people are. There was just a picture of some guy with, like, Naruto with, like, a stroke in his hand. His English was really bad, and he's just thinking, like, I want to kill you. Probably some white guy. I was like, probably some white guy. There's probably some Nigerian or Angolan guys, like, high of his nut, like, jerking it to bath salts, and he's probably, like, he just done a big, like, who of, like, bath salts. He's just, like, seen you online, just wants to have a go at you. That's who it is. But, like, now you've had that one unpleasant encounter, you might not ever want to use the internet again, and that's basically kind of what the internet's turned into. They're just given all these, like, savage men who've got nothing better to do because their countries are so fucked. They don't even have, like, jobs. They can't even get jobs. The government is not even able to, like, guarantee them that. They're just born. And as soon as they're, like, I don't even think they go to school. As soon as they're, like, whatever, I don't know, 10, stop suckling at their mother's teat. It's just dog eat dog. It's just fucking go out there and just go out there and just fucking, like, don't die. Try and make money in any means. So they just get given a phone because there's all these stupid charities and they're, like, big initiative is just to get them on the internet, and they'll just do that. They'll go on the internet and they probably get paid by Qatar or China if they just sit and just try and disparage anyone who's, like, white. They'll get paid, like, $50 a week, which is loads of money to them, and they'll just spend 8 hours a day doing that. These are the people who are gonna, like, sit and give you shit. Just go and tell them you're not scared of them. Just look them in the eye and say they're fucked. It's really fun. The black guy was like, black guy was like, I love getting another reply mocking my profile picture. He's got that fucking stick guy, Tunda whoever. Just to think, I never had this. My profile was plain black. I said, too ugly to show. I don't understand being white. Perfect. What a zinger. What a zinger. He knows the women that he wants to fuck. I can fuck much easier than him. Him having money, power, whatever, that's irrelevant. I'm talking me and him. Let's just say we're like wearing the same clothes, and we meet this woman. There's just a higher probability. Because only 10% of white women actually date outside their race. So even if Katie is another mudshark, she's an anomaly. I don't think I've met any. I don't think I knew any women who dated a black guy. It's very uncommon. It really is, and I think a lot of it comes out of like resentment or like almost like they're doing it in revenge. So I'd be interested to know, like, yeah, if there's any. I don't know. I actually don't. I'm just being facetious. I actually don't 100% know. I've just got good evidence to suggest that I think she's banging a black guy. There was a picture that I accidentally saw. I didn't go on Instagram, but like she sometimes does these like YouTube things, and that's how I found out about the plaque video, because it was on there. And she did one when she was in the elevator, and there was like a guy who was like, he obviously is really tall. He looks like because she gets like the pick of the full, like the full litter, because she's rich, remember? So she's going to demand like a 6-foot chav. But I couldn't tell what race he was. I couldn't tell that. He's like, whatever clothes he was wearing, they just were like really baggy. So it feels black, but I can't. There was nothing to prove it was black. There was I had no stamp of approval. I had to watch another one of your stupid Gorlords videos, go.
And we will worship her. And here I am. That's my award. Technically, they should have sent me 3. They should have sent me 1 for the 100k
Oh,
I
I died.
got, and then another 100 for the one I got in waiting for my award. And then they should send me 6, 7 of the other one.
I'm not lying. It's not funny. It isn't funny. It isn't funny. It's not funny. Seriously, it's like I'm laughing and cringe. This is just what I call like woman humor. It's so shit. Do you see what I mean? It's like, this is what I'm telling you. My humor would be too dark for like girls. The girls, there'd be no girls who would watch this, because I'm way too misogynistic. There'd just be like the only women who would watch this. Like they'd be insane. They'd be insane. They'd be like fucked. They'd be like the sort of way women who probably are like OnlyFans whores. But I'm aware of that, because I don't want to make content for women. I'm not trying to appeal to that. That's why I do fart and burp. And just call women fucked. I just say women are fucked, and they are fucked. And I know women secretly love me telling it, because they know they are. They need daddy to like come down or they act. Right, yeah, okay. Oh. Are these my best weapons? Fuck! Okay. Shit. Ah, no! This is not good at all. Get your head up. Get your head up. It's not even there. Oh, you little cunt! Definitely. That wasn't scary, but... Well, there you go. I do have to use one. Or do I? Because I always find that I do this, and it's just like there is just ends up being like a status to each other. Too. Oh, there is a puzzle here, isn't there? I think I remember. Oh, I do remember. Yeah, yeah. This is quite fun. I think. Is this? No. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's like basically like. Is it Resident Evil 4? Yeah. Oh, why did I do that? Uh-oh. Oh. But how? Well, that'll be good. But that straight line piece go. Yeah, that'll be really good.
Because I'm on 267,000. Ooh, they should take my award away. That gave me the ick really badly. Guys,
Dick.
I have jumped.
Dick. Do you think they went to Five Guys afterwards? Okay, let's have a look. Oh, fuck. Fuck. I mean, what am I supposed to like do? Just tap it. So slightly. That's it. What? It has to be that, does it? How is this gonna help? Wait, will that work? No. No. Potentially. Did I do it? Well, no, what? Why is this not? Why is this so dark? What's this good for? Nothing. Yeah, it's stupid. There's no point. Okay. Okay. No. Okay, hang on. Gotcha. What's happening? Oh, I was born. I mean, that took way too long. That was basically not acceptable. I do feel really sick. One who isn't a whore. My non-existent. Some of these comments are like bear bait.
Guys, I have just returned from the shop. I walked to the wrong shop originally because I don't understand the area that I live in. And I can't show you the front because it has my address on it. This is the magical box that I have been waiting for literally fucking ages, for literally ages. Now, thank you, YouTube. Obviously, I appreciate the fact that finally you got back to me, but it literally took a year and a half of harassment. Like, me harassing YouTube for a year and a half, and then you guys helping me harass them on Twitter, for them to finally talk to me, but whatever, again, it's here.
top gore lord.
This is the first. I've already opened it, as you can see. Okay, but pretend I haven't. I just wanted to.
You're such a loser. Why did you not open it with us?
This beautiful foam protection, and then this YouTube thing. I'll read it to you. Do you remember your first subscriber? You're 100.
I don't think I do. Even though I've only got 6, I don't, because like I don't think it tells you.
Or your 1000th. Obviously I don't remember the names, but funnily enough, anyone who's been on my main channel since the dawn of time, I will probably remember your username. Like, there's a lot of usernames that I remember would be here at the beginning, so the real ones, okay? And we know that you'll definitely remember your 100,000th subscriber. Your fans may have found you while searching YouTube, learned about you through a...
Just imagine me getting that. Just imagine me getting this. Imagine me getting this. You get like some like puff piece written from like some YouTube exec. It's some bullshit, like boilerplate shit you send out. And it's just like, dear input, do you remember your first subscriber? Do you remember your 1000th subscriber? Do you remember all the countless videos you made disparaging women, telling immigrants to fuck, Indians to disgusting people? You remember the fact that we never monetized your videos because it's far too crazy. Who's that? No, stop it.
I found you while searching YouTube, learned about you through a friend, or maybe you showed up as a recommended video. No matter how they came to your channel, your audience stayed and their numbers increased because of you and the community you built. We're proud to honour you, your impressive milestone of reaching 100,000 subscribers. I'm actually in 267,000 now, but look, man, it is what it is. Let me have my moment. Congratulations, and here is your Silver Creator Award. And we know that you may have many stories to share with your community, and we know that your fans can't wait for you to amaze them even more with your commitment and creativity. Creativity's a stretch for what I do, but I'll take it. So keep creating, keep...
Exactly. She's like aware of it, so therefore, like, I don't... She's making this like point. I was like, oh, I don't know why. Like, I'm gonna downplay it. I'm gonna downplay the fact I've got this, but then it's like, it's true.
This is USM Valor, broadcasting on all frequencies to USG Ishimura.
Because it doesn't make any sense, Kate. Because it's like, even if you just want to argue, well, I think Impa, you're too standoffish, and people just like, I could argue, well, I don't care. I'm trying to look for like 100,000 people like me. If you're going to say, well, there isn't 100,000 people, then why? Well, that just, sure, that means I'm special then. Sure, that means I'm really special then. Thank you very much for saying that.
USM Valor, come in. Come in, Valor. Her signal isn't strong enough.
Can we deploy the long-range antenna?
No, something's blocking the blast doors over the comms array. What the hell?
It's great. This game is really good. Even though, like, actually, like, everything that happens is just great. It just sort of works. Effectively, I think what this game is just that I bet if I think if you like did speak with the guys who made this game, they probably would be really influenced by The Thing, Alien, well, all of the Aliens, and then, oh my goodness me, whatchamacallit, Metroid Fusion. Because it is basically just a bit like a Metroidvania, but in 3D. But like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because it's an absolutely brilliant genre. Like, I'm probably always going to buy it. Yeah, I don't buy Pragma, because, like, whatever. I'm being black. I'm being black. I'm being black. Kate will tell me that. She'll say, because I make fun of black people. That's racist. Kate will tell me that she saw Jed in concert and he would behind stage. But he's allowed to do that because it's part of his African tribe. Whereas Kate, if Kate sees me doing anything, anything, she should immediately call, like, that guy, like, said it's violent threat. It might have even been him who recorded that. You have to not, Kate, you can't let them know. And you've done that, you've let them know you're weak. Your sim boyfriend's gonna just sit there and just because he's black. Listen to me, please. It's imperative you do. Free twist order. Alright. 6. Let's see what they all say. I feel sick. I feel sick.
Commitment and creativity.
I feel sick.
Creativity's a stretch for what I do, but I'll take it. So keep creating, keep building. We can't wait to see what you'll do next, and we're here to support you along the way. And who knows, when you reach your millionth subscriber, we may just write to ask, do you remember 100,000 subscribers?
Ask.
That's actually really cute. Oh my god.
That's probably the first time the first sort of feminine-ish thing I said, okay, do in a while. She will reject anything to do with femininity. She'll probably never wear a dress. I mean, she's ruined anyway. She actually can't wear dresses anymore. This is what I mean. This is why it's like, she's penis repellent. She's like fat repellent to me. Like, I know that she's going to be like, there's this thing that's penis repellent. And her argument will be, because I can always get penis. But it doesn't, again, it's not the same. It's not the same. Because I'm going to say it. What penis are you going to get, Kate? And if it's going to be black and Indian and like beta males, dudes, these are like in the genetic lottery. These aren't very high people. These are like this would be like in the caveman time. They used to be like, those are the people who would be like the sort of beta guys who would be like, there'd be a guy at the top of the cave who's like the alpha male who would be like, look like clavicular, and he would have all the really hot like cave women that fuck suck at his cock, and he'd just be like, have all these like dead like saber-toothed tigers and all this like meat and stuff, because he's obviously like the alpha male. You would be basically like sleeping with the people at the bottom who've got like eating like the bones of like the meat he throws down, and you're fucking like one of these guys. That's basically what it is. Because you've now like, you're not like Caligula doesn't want, that guy at the top, he doesn't want anything to do with you, because he's like, he sees you just covered in tats and he just knows you're a headache. He's just like, fuck off, I don't want you to. The other women are happy to like suck his cock, because they know he wants, they know that they know he wants him to do that, so they do it. And then guess what? As a reward, he looks after them and he like gives them stuff. But he doesn't want to do that because he doesn't like relinquishing power and doing things that men want.
Oh, from Neil Mohan, the YouTube CEO. I can't believe that's mine. Oh my god.
Oh, the Indian. Imagine getting a reward from an Indian man. Oh yeah. But it's not even an Indian man who made the company. It's an Indian man who just runs the company. And he obviously didn't type that out. It's just a fucking boilerplate shit. He probably didn't do it. It's like a fucking PA did it. And he's Indian, so he probably used ChatGPT. It's just, I can't trust Indians anymore. I think you shouldn't either. Why the fuck not?
Here it is. Look.
I'd piss myself if it was spelled incorrectly. I'd absolutely piss myself. It'd be so funny. Like, oh my god, actually, the name's spelled wrong. Oh my god. You should just like play it up as like some cute shit. You're never allowed to interact with the people. They always die just before you get to them. It's like you're never allowed to talk to them. Oh, great. What does this guy do? Mr. Bojangles. No? Oh! Sorry, he only counts as one. So they really want me to use a fucking flamethrower, don't they? Let's fucking give him the flamethrower. I'm really curious who this person is who keeps trying. Can you just... Who is it? Who is it? It's probably just no one, but there is always someone who's like around. Just checking something. Okay. Okay. But yeah, this is just another like really good game. I just fucking just always jump back into. I'm happy they remade it, but all I'm just saying to you is it's just not good enough that we just live and there's nothing new. It's always fucking like just doing remakes of everything. Like we can do better than this. I got loads of this ammo. It's just this is the weakest gun I've got because I haven't got any like anything bumper.
Look at that. Oh, I actually feel kind of emotional. I did not expect to feel.
Do you like? So again, Kay's not emotional like she's got kids. Oh, Jesus! I mean, it's a very satisfying weapon, but it's just like... Jesus. A blow for a blow, I guess. I know there's the shortcut, but I just don't even feel confident. I don't remember what it is. Why? Dope. So yeah, we want to get the special one. No, I don't. Oh, I do have one. Sorry.
Emotional. I think I just feel so grateful. Oh my god. I just feel really grateful because I just did not ever. This is so pathetic. I know it's pathetic. Okay, just hear me out. I did not ever think when I.
This is really pathetic. Because imagine like anything else you could be doing. Like you can have a child. But I don't think my ex-wife cried this much. This is what's really sad. This is what is really sad. It's like I don't think like my ex-wife cried this much. Having a child. Look how emotional she's getting over your fucking plaque, eh? I mean, that's probably, maybe that's part of why she's crying, because it's like, this is like, she's realised that this is what she's traded in for. Like, is this what your Mima would like, eh? This is what your mum wants you to do. She'll tell you that it is, but she doesn't really. She knows it's bullshit. Who cares about the shit? Who cares about all the shit? A couple of Indian dudes. Who cares about the Indian guys? Fucking Indians tell you anything, get these women. Lonely women, fat Asian women in Indonesia, like, oh, who cares?
I began YouTube, keep myself distracted, right? I tried to keep myself distracted. That's why.
They definitely kept you distracted, right? Okay. Definitely kept you really distracted from the bigger goal, hasn't it? Whoa, look at this. Whoa. Okay, I smell boss. I definitely smell boss. I fucking smell boss, man. You don't get this far in the game without smelling boss. Oh wait, is this the basketball thing? I think it is. Yeah. I think I remember this. Oh, I think this is like the garbage bit.
I began, as you guys know, I've said this a lot, to keep my mind busy when I left an abusive relationship, and I just did never ever imagine I would be here with a plaque. You know, someone who watched a little bit of YouTube growing up and would always be like, wow, you know, it just feels insane. Like, this is mine. And obviously, I have you guys to thank, because without you, I wouldn't be sat here with a fucking YouTube.
Still can't reach the Valor. What's happening with the antenna?
It's blocked by... It's the Leviathan. It must have snagged on the comms array after we spaced it. It's not coming off without a fight.
Isaac, there's no time.
There is if I use the ADS cannons. Manual targeting like before. I can shoot it right off the hull. I got this. You focus on the Valor.
Will do.
Yeah, I'm the king, dude. I'm fucking kidding.
You know, and look, I know, okay, before the haters get their burst, that there's a million plaque and a diamond plaque, whatever, but I don't care. Okay, I feel like I have this. It feels like almost a representation for how you can like change your life and turn your life into something more meaningful and fun and good. And you know, a few years ago I was literally at
oh my god, how old are you?
And YouTube was my rock before I had anyone again in my life, because I lost loads of friends when I was in my last relationship, because I was very isolated from everybody.
This is global.
YouTube has just brought me so many
this feels like global.
so much happiness and so much distraction, I think is the biggest key. So much distraction from the fucking shite parts of life, you know, and I feel so grateful. I didn't expect to get emotional.
Oops.
But it's a nice feeling. And I'm really fucking grateful, I really am. Now that that's over, and I'm not being embarrassing, I don't really have anything else to say.
Fuck
I'm
it.
quite tired and exhausted from being such an emotional embarrassment over just, like, I'm sorry.
Goible.
But I am really, like, I am being
Oh!
grateful. And I'm so excited.
Just take that, Goible.
You know, it's only been a couple.
Okay, that's like top notch. Oh my goodness. I need some air. Oh god. How was that supposed to touch that? I love Goible. I love Goible. I love Goible. Ah, alien mines. What now? What do I do now? No. No. What do I do now? What do I do now? Where do I go? Where do I go? What do I do? I don't know what to do. Do I just have to kill it? Do I just have to kill it manually? Or... Got him.
Is it dead?
Dead and gone. I'll try the antenna's manual release again.
Do it. I've got a transmission loaded and ready to go.
I mean, I did nearly die.
2 years. It's only been 2 years. And I'm really excited for what else is to come. And I'm so grateful for all of you, because without you I would not have this, and I wouldn't have this job.
This job. What's that? What was that? What was that bullshit? And guess what? It just like motivates us to make more gold all one time. Yeah, I just spunked all the. It's alright. It's not that bad. Okay.
But I wouldn't be making fucking shit videos for a living.
Yes. Finally.
Thank you very Thank you very much for watching, guys.
Do not open the escape pod. Repeat, do not open that escape pod. Do you read? We're too late.
You know what you're getting with a wedding. You know what you...
Hi guys, getting back with more stories that will make you guys.
I don't know.
Daniels, what happened? Something shook the whole crew deck. What hit us? An asteroid?
Those things got onto the Valor, a rescue ship. They found your escape pod. And the one that used to be Chen, it...
God damn it!
The Valor's scrap. By the time another ship hears the SOS beacon, we'll all be dead.
No, that's what I was telling you. I found an executive shuttle on the crew deck, intact.
And the log says that shuttle's missing its singularity core. It can't get us home.
Wait, maybe it can. If the Valor's singularity core is okay, I can salvage it. Install it on that shuttle. We're fucking out of here.
Where's the Valor now?
It's near comms.
Keep us stable. Isaac, I'll grab a suit and EVA onto the Valor. Meet me there. We'll find that core together. Let CEC clean up their own mess. I'm saving what I can.
Wait, what do I have to do? Oh shit, I remember now. The fucking ship crashed into. Yeah, I can't fucking. I can remember this. Alright, let's read our comments. I swear I'm listening to you, but I'm obsessed with your eyeliner here. I got big thumbs up, okay? You should do more videos with this lighting. You look amazing. That's from Ali Bounds A343, and I got big thumbs up. Watching this instead of doing college work. Big thumbs up, okay? Introducing his mum to his friend with benefits is actually crazy, and that's no Wikipedia marks. That's from Where is Millie? 3104, got big thumbs up, okay? Where'd you find him? That's got big thumbs up, okay? In the earth realm, as Jesus once said. Oh my god, girlie, you look absolutely gorgeous. Sticky out time from Garver 6555, and that got big thumbs up, okay? Winner girl, face F2P, you're so gorgeous, girl. Cloudy Cherry XC, girl, you don't know how much I was weighing. So much. Eyes Eve said, K, I love you. Ooh, such shit. Anyway, let me go fight people online. Who's cracking the whip? I'm overweight. Oh, that's what I mean. Black people are like our little jesters, aren't they? It's just, they dance around for us, don't they? It's like, that's all they do. They can't contribute anything, just dance around. So nice, Jim. So nice.
Isaac, I'm on board. The Valor's trashed, but I can make it to the bridge. The hell was that?
Exiting zero gravity.
Hi guys, okay, I'm back with more stories that will make you guys want to off yourselves, okay? But please don't do that, because I'd like you to stay, I'd like you to subscribe. So, I'm going to be talking about the first guy that I started seeing after my abusive ex, right? Because, admittedly, I did make the mistake of trying to see someone quite fast to fill the void, to fill the gap.
Fast. Why is it that? Is it because Katie needs to use sex as a way to like get a dopamine? Because that's what a lot of women do, isn't it? Because women don't know how to like not to like get dopamine in any way, so they end up becoming really promiscuous because that's the only way they can like. And also they need the resources of a man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hello, is anyone alive?
Isaac, we have a problem. The Valor's carrying a 12 megaton warhead. The crash hit the torpedo bay hard. I need you to handle that nuke right away before something sets it off.
Handle 12 megatons. You know I'm not a nuclear engineer, right?
I don't need you to be. Just stabilize the
It's so badass. It's a fucking dude.
No one trains to carve up monsters with a plasma cutter either. You haven't let us down yet.
See what I mean? This guy just has to do fucking everything. Like, fuck this. Like, what do I get out of this?
Fill the hole, so to speak. Yeah. So I basically
Absolute groom. Again, fucking disgusting. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? I do not remember that. Some fucking trippy ass weird thing.
The soldiers must have had stasis units on their armor. When they were turned, those units merged
Oh.
into their bodies. Changed them. They're fucking fast, Isaac. Stay sharp.
when I just started to kind of not feel miserable about my abusive ex, I was like, cool, right, time to be at home, so to speak, right? Bear in mind, I'm a second year at this point, so... Was I second year? Yeah, I was in second year at this point, so it's kind of like... I was in second year going into third year at the summer holidays, right? And I was in the gym, and I spotted this guy who actually admittedly looked like Lil Dicky now I look back. But at the time...
To arms! Fire at will!
So, maybe I'll be able to find out now. Oh, he is actually white. Okay, I thought he was going to be black.
Look like Lil Dicky now I look back. But at the time, like you see, seemed alright, he seemed chill, he was in the gym, and we were the only two people in there, and I'd seen him there before. So I approached him, and I was like, hey, and I just said, I think I said, oh, I recognize you. Like, that was my riz, my riz was to be like, I recognize you.
It's just crazy because in this game, it's like how it's like so many instances where spaceships just crash. For some reason, I don't know how fast they'd be traveling, but there's just no way to do this. It's like some like car accident. Isn't that a fucking car? It's just like a fucking. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Nice. See?
You. Like, that was my riz, my riz was to be like, I recognize you. Oh, shut the fuck up. So we get talking and he's like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, I'm in TV, and he's like, oh, I do fucking psychology or something stupid. Every person.
Something stupid. Fuck you, man. Yeah, what are you talking about? Someone who thinks you know you, but you don't. It's alright, dude. I can teach you about it. It's okay, I know, like, what? Okay, hang on. Is there a oh, fuck it. Yeah, there was. Oops. Oh, no, what am I doing? Yeah, okay. Oh, there you go. That would have been a fucking shame, wouldn't it? That would have been a real shame. That would have been a real shame if I went in that. It's just why I don't have to talk about that, because I didn't go in it, but... Jesus, I don't know why I did this. It's masochist.
You're a psychologist, like, look inwards. And we're talking, and he gives me his socials, or he asks for mine, whatever. And I'm like, cool, yeah. And anyway, we start texting that night. Like, I'm just busy in my room, I'm like texting him, and I'm like, how was your day, blah, blah. And he's like, sorry if I gave you the wrong impression, but, like, I have a girlfriend. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, and I remember being taken back because I was like, I mean, you could have just told me that at the time. Like, maybe he thought, like, because I wasn't exactly hitting on him. I was just starting a conversation. So maybe he just thought, like, why would you give me your socials if you've got a girlfriend? You know what I mean? Why are you telling me now?
Yeah, Kay's like, why would you do that? Why are these like random Indian people just add me on Facebook? Okay? Because ow, I want that to happen. It's the same thing. It's like literally the same logic. So why are these? Okay, why do you think you've got 10,000 subscribers? Be really honest with you. I'm telling you. I know you're not gonna believe me, but like, the 400 people, the 60 people who comment is not the reason. It's all the people who are not. Oops.
Mr. Clark? Hello? I must speak with you.
Who is this?
Dr. Terrence Kine. The Ishimura's chief.
How does he not know who or where I was this whole time? He's like, yeah, oh, sorry, I was unconscious. How's he known all this shit's happening? Yeah, it's a fucking shit nuke. Alright, let me go yell at people online. Oh, here we go. That's fun.
New one-step challenge.
We are seeing the fastest winds from Oracle Embedded A.
Oops. Helicopter, helicopter. How long are they going for? Alright, I'll do a little bit more. Do a little bit more. Do a little bit more. But yeah, anyway, okay, like, I get to see my kids on the weekend. It must be really sad for you. How does it make you feel? You have your plaque, eh? Oh, you have your plaque. I have my children. I wonder what's worth more, okay? I bet your single friends will tell you the plaque's worth more than that. Being able to actually have a child is something completely different, because I mean, you're a woman, so you've got no excuse, because you just need to pick a right mate. But I was able to do it, because you could even lie. I was able to trick a woman to do it, but I got the woman to get pregnant twice, and she carried my child. So she must know I'm good. She must know I'm good, Katie. Because otherwise she'd have an abortion. Because if you got fucked by, I don't know, LeBron James, you're definitely going to keep that baby on you, Katie. Why would you keep that baby, Katie? Why would you keep LeBron James, this fucking disgusting mixed race kid? Because you'll get loads of money for it. Because you'll be able to, like, take him to the poorhouse. But why would you keep my child, Katie? What do you think? Is there any reason you think that someone would keep my child? I'm not rich. Katie, but there might be other assets that potentially, like, people don't talk about, which could potentially sway people to have children. I don't know if you know what it is. You probably do, but you don't want to say it. That's okay, because I could be boop. I know your little side piece of ass candy. It's just dabbled in psychology. That's cute. That's very cute. He did psychology, did he? I live psychology.
Like you just gave me your I don't know. So I was just like, oh, I was like, that's fine. I was kind of hitting on him, but I was like, you know, I was just chill, chill girl, chill little vibe. Just got rejected. That's fine. Anyway, a few days passes and he hits me up and he's
I know. Tell me about. Can you imagine what it's like to be rejected? Women, the only thing in life they get rejected by is just asking a dude out, and that's not enough. Men get rejected like every single day. Like, you get rejected. Our whole life is just humiliation. What are all these then? Are these not all nuclear weapons? Oh my goodness! Can I just say that's not how nuclear weapons work? It's not how nuclear weapons work. Okay, I mean, okay, I'm not going to be an absolute dickhead. Because the warhead could still go off. The warhead itself will still be pretty sufficient. But the actual nuclear reaction itself, there's a really, really precise fit. You can't just, like... What I'm trying to say to you is, if you just stole a nuclear weapon from the government, which is just, again, it's just like a whole thing, but... I still think you need the launch codes to be able to use it, or like the release codes, because the weapon itself requires nuclear fission to happen. So it's very precise. The idea being is like if when the missile goes off, when it gets to a certain point in the atmosphere, that's when it has to actually like release the actual uranium or plutonium. I can't remember what they use. And then once that that creates a reaction, and then the nuclear warhead is just kind of like the catalyst that then gives it the energy. I suppose this is probably the stupidest way of saying it. And then it can create the massive explosion. But if you just set fire to a nuke and it isn't armed, that's basically the word I'm using, armed. It will just set off the payload. The warhead itself would probably still be quite sufficient. It's not going to it would not be nowhere near as big as the nuke. The nuke is the whole thing, but it definitely it probably would still easily kill Isaac.
About the girlfriend, like, we have been not good for a while. We just broke up, and it would be cool to have a distraction, like if you want to hang out just as friends, you know, just chill, which in hindsight, like, babe, he's just broke up with his girlfriend. Do you think this is a good idea? But you guys know I'm not exactly the queen of good ideas and good decisions. Stop. And like I said to you guys, I was experiencing a breakup or just had, so I was like, yeah, let's hang out. We're both going through a breakup. What could possibly go wrong? So we agreed that we're gonna watch Breaking Bad.
This is insane. It's just. I want to hear how you sucked him off while you watched the Breaking Bad. I don't need to. No one needs to hear it. It's just a humiliation ritual. So it's What does that even mean?
Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials. Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials. Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials. Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive. Safety clamps disabled. Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials. Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials.
What the fuck?
Explosive materials. Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive.
That's really funny. That's really funny. It's like I can't use that specific battery. That's really funny. It's like I basically glitched the game. Because I was so confused. I was like, I have a battery and it's not accepting it. It's like even in this game, it's not all batteries are the same. This is a specific battery you have to use for this one. Right.
It's the best first date, right? It wasn't a date, but you get me. So we basically, a few days later, because we were busy, obviously, with our lives, we met, and in our checkout, we went to the True Student cinema room, and we just watched Breaking Bad, and we were chilling there. Anyway, the episode finishes, so I'm like, oh, what happened with you and your girlfriend? Like, you said you guys were, getting...
I love how like conflict gay is. It's so good. You've got masculine gay.
Warhead has been
Valor was just on patrol. Why bring a nuke? And if they had a target, what's out here except us?
Yeah, I know. I'm downloading a munitions report.
I'm trying to fucking nuke you, you idiot.
Grab that singularity core and let's get out of here.
And what about we steal a couple of these nukes? But again, it is interesting they're still using nuclear weapons, because it's like, they just probably wouldn't have it if antimatter for it at this point.
Well, and he basically was doing the usual, she was a psycho, she was a bitch, she was a blah, blah, blah. But he didn't really go into that much detail, and I was just like, oh, like, I mean, same, bro. My ex-boyfriend literally fucking did bad things to me. Obviously, I wasn't going to trauma define him there and there, but I could be like, yeah, my ex-boyfriend actually used to rape me, so...
Whoa, but women love... Yeah, it's true, because Kay will pine for this dude, by the way. She probably will, like, want to go back to him secretly. She won't ever admit it. I don't know if I can kill this dude, man. Oh, wait, oh, shit. Hear that, this helicopter. Helicopter, helicopter. Oh, that's his helicopter. Oh, it's helicopter. Fucking blast his ass. Oh, it's fucking powder open. This is boy. Big adventure, Rick and Morty. Come on, Rick and Morty.
Just like, yeah, I was in an abusive relationship and I kind of just left it there. He told me a few anecdotes and then he turned around to me and he said, oh, I'm actually autistic. And I...
Look, he's wearing the same armor as me as well. How cool. Helicopter, helicopter. Look at the state of this. Look at the state of... Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was about to say, you're gonna cover that. Brutal. What an ending. Yeah, this is so nice. Start losing the ball. This happens to be operating like surgery. Helicopter, helicopter. Helicopter, helicopter. Excuse me. Dude, helicopter, helicopter.
Hi, you hearing? It's Chen. There, on the rig link. Did I lock him in alive?
Chen's dead. You know that.
I know my own fucking corporal.
Whoa! Fuck that. Lost loads of health. All the health is gained is lost. Absolutely criminal mistake. I'm just not, I can't accept that. That was helicopter. Okay, it was worth it though. We're really like allergic to health, are we? Absolute bullshit.
I was like, oh, okay.
Just get in.
He turns around to me and he's like, oh, I'm actually autistic. And I was like, oh, okay. And look, don't cancel me for anyone even tries because I'm neurodivergent. But at the time I was like, ooh, because my abusive ex was also autistic. So in my head I just did pattern recognition. I know that's fucked up, right? Because not every autistic person's the same. In hindsight, that was dumb as fuck. But yeah, at the time I was like, ooh. And he was like, yeah. And then he was like, are you autistic? And I was like, don't think so. And he was like, because you really give autism vibes. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And that was the one good thing that came from this guy is he made me realise I was neurodivergent. I actually ended up getting an ADHD diagnosis and I'm pending an autism one.
I say it's 100% both.
So like I can thank him for that, right? Anyway, we're hanging out, we're chilling, vibes are good. Nothing happens. We go our separate ways, but we keep on talking, texting, whatever. We start hanging out together, right? It quickly turned into a situationship. Not even a situationship, a friends with benefits situation. Because I said to this guy, like, I've just got out of a relationship. I'm really not looking for a relationship, nor am I looking for anything romantic. And he was like, yeah, that's fine, neither am I. And he basically told me that his ex-girlfriend was like a psycho and like she...
Oh my god, okay. Oh, everyone's a psycho, okay. Everyone's psycho. Why don't we just accept everyone's a psycho? Everyone's fucking psycho, right? Okay. Uh-oh, spaghetti. I can't remember actually the best way I want to kill these things. It's just the impact of those kills. Ah, little bitch. Oh, you little bitch. Oh, brilliant. Why did you get infested? Brilliant. Oh. Oh my goodness. Was that taken into account anything? I think I can kill that thing, can't I? Is that cow? Oh, I got him. Well, there you go. We have tons of resources available. Oh, wow. You're wrong.
This is what he said to me. He said that she tried to overdose in his bedroom, and it was, the usual. It was for attention. She was a weirdo, blah blah blah. And I do remember thinking, wow, that is insane. But at the same time, I have no idea what the full story is. But again, I wasn't romantically interested in this guy, so I didn't really think too much of it. I mean, people have relationships, right? People have bad relationships, like. I don't know what to say. We start hanging out more, and then just some weird shit starts to happen, right? So
Okay, I think this is good.
First red flag, you might say. In his bedside table, he literally had a drug drawer. It was literally a drug drawer.
Sounds awesome. This guy sounds cool. Yeah, I mean, a lot of autistic people, okay, but strangely enough, they'd use drugs to self-medicate. It's very strange, isn't it? It's crazy. It's crazy. Who's doing this? It's crazy, isn't it? Who would do such disgusting things to self-medicate? Who would do it, okay?
Pregabalin, 2CB, weed, edibles, coke, cat, like everything. And I do remember thinking, like, okay, but to be honest, like, he was very, very autistic, and I thought that maybe this drug stuff was almost like a special interest, because he was like very fascinated by like shrooms and psychedelics and stuff. But like some things he did just kind of started to grate on me, and I was like, yeah, this is exactly why I'm not looking for a relationship. And even if I was, I would not be looking for you, because he was just annoying. Like, we would have conversations, and he would say things like he'd say some big fancy word, and he'd be like, oh, you don't know what that means? And I'd be like, fuck you, pretentious knob. No, I don't know what that means. I don't know.
This is getting really strange. This is getting really strange. This is getting really weird. It's getting a bit meta. I'm gonna ignore it. It's getting weird, but it's okay, because what I understand is Satan can't trick me, and I get it. It's a good little game, isn't it, Satan? But it doesn't work on me, I'm afraid. I told you, I am the Gorosaurus Rex. What does that mean? Do you know what Rex means, K? It means king. Do you know what Tyrannosaurus means? It's actually Latin for dinosaur. So what does that mean then? Tyrannosaurus Rex. Keep listening.
Fucking pretentious nonsense. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but I know what that means, bro. And then he made noise music, so he'd play me music, and it would be just noise music, and it'd be, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but I'd be like, wow, babe, that's so good. Anyway, the first major thing that was really fucking weird, and when I tell people this, they're like, okay, that's so weird, is that he was like, have you ever done ecstasy? Okay? MD. Right, have you ever done...
Loving Voxy Mobile's triple data this spring.
And it's only a tenner.
And I was like...
So basically, yeah, do you remember, like, I had that massive spiel about, like... So this is just a guy he needs to be on ADHD medication. But he's doing, like, what I did, where he used MDMA to effectively just try and self-medicate. It's really common for people with autism.
No, I've never done it. He was like, oh my god, you need to try it. And I was like, okay, cool, right. Bear in mind, I'm at uni, alright? Everybody experiments here and there. Do not fucking judge me. And if you're judging me, eat my butt. And he was like, yeah, let's do it together, basically, because you need to be in it. He was very, like, responsible in theory. He was like, we need to do it together because we need to have, like, a good environment because you want to have a good trip and stuff. So I was like, cool. So we planned to do it.
This is really weird. This is really strange. Like, this is really freaking me out, actually. Like, this is, like, basically just what I was saying, like, a couple of weeks. This is so weird. Like, can I actually see into the future? This is just starting to freak me out. That's fine.
And we get to it, and I take mine. I take my pill, and I'm like, cool, wait for the good times to roll. Not really knowing what to expect, because he didn't tell me anything about it, which isn't his fault. I'm a full-grown adult, right? He then says, actually, I don't know if I'm going to do it, because I feel like I should just look after you. And I was like, okay, well, this is not what I signed up for, so already this is weird. Anyway, it kicks in. If anyone's... I don't know if anyone's ever done it, but am I allowed to talk about this on YouTube? Maybe. I'm going to talk about it anyway. It's like... It makes your serotonin levels extremely high, and so you feel really euphoric. And and obviously I had just come out of a depression, so it was absolutely insane. I was actually crying and texting all my friends that I love them, and they probably thought I was gonna like off myself or something because I was like being so fucking cringe and weird. So anyway, I'm lying there, and he's like, oh, can I go down on you? And I was like, I mean, you can, but like honestly, I don't think anything's gonna happen because I'm absolutely like gone, right? So I'm lying there, and he's doing his thing, and I'm just thinking, yeah, this is like, I can't feel anything. I'm just too happy, right? I don't know what's going on, but I'm kind of just vibing. I'm kind of just chilling. And then after, I'm like, okay, you can stop now, because first of all, I can't feel anything. No offense. So he stops, and then we're talking, and then I was like sat on top of him. This sounds really weird. It wasn't like that at this.
This is crazy. I mean, I guess this is kind of like what I did say, like, what would be like he did anyway. So it's like, this is pretty much what I expected. It's like I literally said to you, so I think I said that, like, when, like, if a guy takes it, they just can't come. It's just, I think I said that, like, you just sit there for a couple hours, you can just, like, jerk them out. So this is why, actually, no, it probably wouldn't, because she's right. Yeah, because I think like when you take it, it's like inhibiting the same. So it's like it's just you can't. So it's like, but the thing is like if you both do it, you'll just enjoy like other stuff. You basically just have like an unsexual like fascination with each other. You just like probably like just be touching each other a lot, but not like sexually touching, just like.
I'm sat on him, and he says, I've never, bear in mind, he's not, can we just preface, he's not on DRUGS. I am on the happy drug, not him. So he's like, I've never felt that, we've known each other for 2 weeks. We've known each other for 2 fucking weeks, and he's like, I've never felt like this about anyone. And I was like, and even though I was on a drug that makes you so careless and carefree, I still knew that's weird, bro. You don't know me. And then he was like, by the way, like, anything you say to me, like, I won't hold it against you because, like, MD can make you say things that, like, you don't mean. And I was like, that's so sweet. That's lovely. Good. And then he said, I think I love you. I'd known him for 2 weeks, and he said he loved me. And even though I'm on this happy thing,
it's just like, I think the other thing about this is just that it's just, again, it's like, it's just placed into the humiliation ritual. I know, like, she won't accept it because she'll just say, like, I haven't said any names, but it's still like you just don't want to be even like traceable. You just don't even want to know, like, some woman's got like that over you and they know who you are and stuff. And it's like this. It's just like, oh, great. It's like back in the 80s, you could have done it. You have a drugs party with like your little friend, and you brought a woman back, and you would have like. Do you see what I mean? You just put instead of like the now we with the internet, you would just have like you would just been sat in his like his flat and you just listen to some fucking like I don't know AC/DC albums. Shit. Barry White on vinyl. He's like, hey babe, you want to go take one of these ecstasy pills that got off like Easy down the road? And she'd be like, I've never done this before. Trust me, babe, you'll love this. And it's just like, okay, if you do it with me. You see what I mean? It's just the sort of same shit that you probably would have, like, a woman would have done in the 80s. And if you take the pill, the same shit would have happened. She'd be like, do you mind if I go down on you? And all this stuff would just seem the same. The difference would just be, it's just like, there's no platform. This woman would probably just, like, she just probably would, like, chalk that up to, like, a weird experience. And then never see the guy again, and then probably just never like confess any of this because I like you'd probably just assume it's like I know my mum had like a suitor before my dad. She had like a boyfriend that was before my dad. He died. He was I don't know why I'm laughing. I think he was in like the Navy and he got killed. I don't know why that's funny. I don't know what skirmish he was in either, because I'm trying to think, like, when was my mum? Like, but no, he died. He died by accident. He got like fried by like he was an electrician. I think he got killed. That's what's funny. But it's like that. It's just like my mum probably not going to go into the depths of like the details and tell like people. Do you see what I'm saying? So like this is what I'm trying to say to you. It's like. This would be the equivalent of that, and my mum would be like, she hasn't met my dad yet, and so she'd be like Katie's age, and then she's like, because she has the ability to go online, she would like talk about all the most intimate details of this dude, and then it's just she doesn't realize that this stuff can come back to haunt her. So it's just like she might have kids in the future, and they're gonna hear like she's just like. Taken E, like gone down on her, like, and she thinks at the moment that's okay. But I'm just telling you, the pendulum swinging, Kay, is not gonna. It's not going like that anymore. Like this stuff isn't like cool. It's just seen as just being hedonistic and just who cares? Like you're just accepting you're making stupid decisions. This is basically all I just think. It's like, where's your parents in this? Like who's like vetting you? Who's like why are you just doing stuff? Like you didn't used to do this. You used to have to like have dinner with your parents and they'd tell you. It was like I was like watching a clip of like Hank Hill and like King of the Hill, and he's like trying to look for like a suitor for Luann, and it's like that's the sort of thing you'd have to do. He would have been able to chalk that out. He would have spoken to that autistic guy, and he might have, yeah, he'd just been like an autistic weirdo, but he would be like, yeah, I don't want my daughter to be with you. I'm sorry. And that just as well, because he just gave you fucking ecstasy. And again, it's like I explained in my video, you have to be so careful with that stuff. You don't know who that guy is. You just said you've known him for 2 weeks, and you're just taking an illicit illicit substance. And could have had fentanyl in it, okay, and you could have died. But again, you're just like, hey. And you could be like, wow, he had pills and he put on. It doesn't matter. They're all like made in this like fucking ratty factory, and you have no sanitation. You just don't know. And even if you say that, it could have just been like, there could be like a batch, and it's like these are the ones with fentanyl in them, and these are the ones without fentanyl in them. He's just put like one of the fentanyl ones in there. Do you see what I mean? They don't care. They're drug dealers. They don't care. By the time that they die, the guy's made the money. He doesn't care. He doesn't. He's just happy. It'd be like an Indian or a Pakistani dude who makes the for you.
I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know what to say to that, and I was like, I'm not going to reply to you because I'm on a drug and you're not, and like this is not like I wasn't rude, but I just said like I kind of played it off as if I'm like I'm not going to say anything, you know. That was the first weird thing. The second weird thing is he had an obsession with wanting to put his finger in my butt, and I was just like, no, I don't want you to do that, and he really wanted to.
Just don't, Case. This is not it. Don't do this. This isn't cool. This isn't fun. This isn't hard. This is just weird. It's really weird.
And I was like, why? That was the second red flag, because like, why are you so why? The third red flag.
Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you on drugs? Why have you gone to this dude who you've known for 2 weeks and you're taking like hardcore drugs with it? I said like to someone, I think my advice was take it with like a long-term girlfriend. My literal advice. So basically, do you know what Kay basically is? Kay is just basically like that I think I knew there was like in it because I hung around a couple of like university groups. And there's always a woman a bit like Katie, who's just like just like, oh, I'm like one of the blokes. I'm happy just to take drugs, and she's just like a bit. It doesn't really. It's a bit airy fairy. Doesn't really. It loves to hang out with the men. She doesn't have like many girlfriends. Loads of like male friends, and they're like the sort of because that's the sort of person she is. She just doesn't like hang out with women because all the women like most of the women that Katie will. She's not gonna hang out with like the prim proper girls, like the valley girls, is she? So she's like this tattooed woman. So of course she just gives off this demeanor. She's just gonna be one of these women that, yeah, you just be swiping on Tinder, and she just her face comes up, and you just be like, yeah, she's just like easy lay. You're probably just like, hey babe, you want to meet up? Let's just go get like go to a bar or something. Like that. You just go to, and that's it. You just go to a bar and you just buy a couple cocktails, get her fucking drunk, just get like a. Just fuck her at home, and that's it. It's literally, that's the trade. That's literally, this is what it's turned into.
Is we were hanging out a lot, and when we were also sleeping together, but sleeping together is low-key an overstatement. We probably had sex successfully like once, because the that he was doing, clearly he was doing a lot more than I realised, was giving him an ED, so he literally just couldn't stay erect at all.
What?
And it was just like, bro, at this point, I like, what's the point, realistically? And there was this one time where I was on top. I'm sorry, if you know me and you're watching that.
And also, like, what does Kay look like at this point? Because she's not even fat. Like, this is what like, you have to remember as well. You're seeing it from like when you get like a fat woman, it's like, oh god.
Actually take off, like if you're my family, go away. And I started laughing for some reason, I don't know why, and he got really vexed. He got really angry because he was like, if you laugh I'm gonna lose my erection. And I was like, babe, you've lost it ages ago.
This is so fucked. Do you see what I mean? This is just great. This is just like my entertainment. It's like, I can't fathom this. It's just crazy. I can't believe like this is still hanging over there.
Let's be honest, you weren't gonna keep it anyway. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, you're fucking Katie, for God's sake. You're not fucking, like, Sydney Sweeney. You're fucking Katie. Of course you're not going to keep your erection. What are you talking about, you idiot? Great, Rihanna's pregnant with twins. Yeah, just what we need. Great, thank you. Fucking idiot. This video's insane.
Heap anyway. Like, let's be real. So I started laughing more because I was like, wow, why are you so, why are you so serious, bro? And he got really annoyed.
Why so serious? Could start for getting the joke out. Why so serious? Just having sex, man.
If you're laughing, like, bro, literally the fun part about sex is that, like, it's not always serious. Like, why?
It's not serious. No? It's just. So I'm telling you, like, he just treats sex like it's just like stuff like dopamine, like sort of. Come on, man. It's not that serious.
So fucking triggered, so I like got off him, and he got really quiet, and he was like, "I'm leaving." And he had this tantrum and left, and I was like,
Yeah, I know exactly. This is it. It's shaming. It's okay for her. She's like, oh, I'm so good with like my mental health and everything like that. But if it's like autistic white man, it's like no. And I think it's because she knows that like secretly these people are like her enemy. So again, I'm telling you that she's like working with like the immigrants in the system to try and like disparage these people. Because she knows what's going on. I'm telling you.
Anyway, the next red flag is that we would like hang out and we would lie in bed together. Again, we weren't casual. It sounds
so again. Please, quiet session. So hang on, we just like you heard the testimonials. They say you were hanging out with him, laying in bed. Does that sound like someone who's just hanging out? Because Kate, I hang out with loads of friends. Oh, no, I don't. I don't at all. I really don't. But I have hung out with loads of friends, and so seldom I'm on the bed. Really, I don't ever spend much time with my friends on the bed. Really, I don't. The most would probably be like, when I was like really young, and I had like a single bed mattress, and my friend and me would like lie on the bed to like play a game. Like we weren't in bed. Just feel like the bed is just being used as like a big giant cushion, essentially. We were like playing like Mario Kart. I was just on the bed. That's it. We're not in bed. But you're like lying in bed with just some rando you've only met for, as you said, so to make him seem worse, 2 weeks. Which is your fault. You're in command of that. You're giving him access to your body. You're giving him access to everything. And this is it. She's got a massive grin on her face because she's been like told by Professor Shekels that this is what men want.
It's like maybe we weren't. I don't know. I've never done anything casual until this before, where we were just kind of like friends. And even friends is a push because I began to fucking hate him after a few weeks. And we're lying there.
Women love the guys that they really hate there. I am really impressed actually because like it isn't. I'm not going to say it at the time. Well, it's close to 9 o'clock and it's still light, which is nice because it does make you feel like because we are like entering into June, I suppose. So soon the summer solstice is going to be here. So like this effectively is turning into like our summer, which it's just nice though, just to kind of like commend that into it because. The winter sucks, but it's just nice to actually now move into the warm weather.
And his ex-girlfriend is texting his phone, right? Or ringing it. I saw she texted him earlier and his phone was on silent, right? I watched him turn it on to not silent and she starts calling him over and over again and he's like, oh my ex. And I was like, bro, answer it. Like, it was a Friday.
It's just so masculine, bro. Dead ass, bro. Answer it. Answer it, bro. And see, this is what I mean. This is where like women have just been like N-worded. They just like listen to too much Drusky and too much Drake, and it's just this is what they've done. It's just what I'm trying to say to you in a fifth-dimensional perspective is that there's a version of Katie somewhere where it's just like she doesn't have any of this. She's just like happy, and she's just like, let's just say Germany won World War II. She'd be like some German woman, and she'd just be like she'd have like her like a really hunky, like 6 foot, like blonde hair, blue-eyed husband come in. His name's like Hans Gruhen, so just really like strong. It's just like, hello. It's like, my dad, mein Führer. Oh, mein Führer, mein Vater. I'm not gonna pretend I can't speak German, so I don't do it. And Gabe would just be like, yeah, it's just like raising like 5 or 6 like Aryan kids, and she would know no different. She would have no concept of this. So before you go say no, look how happy she is. No, you can't say that because she has no concept of this future because it just doesn't exist in her wheelhouse. It's so beyond her frame. I can do it because I got the power. But she just doesn't understand it. So this is the universe she selected. And this is like some weird like abuse that she's got. This is not a woman who's in a good steed, in my opinion. She's going to be told that, but Katie, if I told you that there's 8.5 billion people on this planet, right, and 100,000 of them told you they're good, that's a tiny percentage, right? You know that, don't you? Do you want me to work it out for you? So effectively, instead of you having children, you need to listen to this because this is the sort of news that is really like this fucking. So instead of you having children and getting approval from like your actual blood children and having a husband, you're getting approval from 0.003% of the planet. I'll say that again. That's not 1%, okay? Because even 1% of the world is a huge value. It's not even 0.1. It's not even 0.100. It's 0.1000. It's 0.1000 of the planet. 0.3000 planet. It's so tiny. 0.003. It's so small. Like even like someone like I show speed. $53.5 million. Was it 53.5 million? Oops. 0.63% of the planet. So not even 1% of the planet know who he is, which is insane. And that sounds about right, okay? Because like I use his name around a lot, and I think there are a lot of people who just like, obviously white people, and they're always like, who is that? I'm like, do you know who I Show Speed is? Like, no. And it just makes sense, because like, why would they? Like, so many people aren't that like terminally online. I am, because I love it. I'm just obsessed with it. I just think it's really funny. But like, most white people don't. They're just like, they're too busy working, they've got families. So if I ever say like, even like Asmongold, that's why I'm like quite adamant that Asmongold is like Indians love him. You see what I mean? Even like A-hole gold. That's why if any of you are gonna like say shit to me, I'm gonna go fucking nuts.
Arcos Anti-Dandruff Shampoo.
You just got the best offer for your car. Like $500,000.
I hate this.
It's not magic. It's motorway. Answer it. Like, it was a Friday night or a Saturday night or something, and she just kept calling, and I said, answer it, seriously. Like, she was texting him, and I was like, she might be in danger, she might need you, like, answer it, basically.
Answer.
I was like, are you sure? And I was like, I don't know how to say this to you without saying it, but I'm not romantically interested in you, and if you're trying to make me jealous, it's not working, because I don't fucking care. I was like, answer it, because she might be, in danger. So he goes out the room, and he starts talking to her, and he comes back, and he's like, yeah, she just kept telling me how much she still loves me and wants me, and how, like, she thinks that I'm seeing someone. And I was thinking, no, she doesn't. Like, why would she think that unless you fucking said something, right? So I was like, is she okay, though? If we need to go...
This is so bad because women love a man who's chased after. So this is just some weird, like, fiction I think Katie's doing. I think she's lying. I actually think this is all fake. Again, I just, yeah, this is Satan. This is what I'm telling you. This is Satan. This is what I'm telling you. She's just lying. I think this is all fake. It's too convenient. My intuition is telling me my intuition is too powerful. I just think this feels weird.
Meet her, we can go meet her, she's someone to walk her home or something. He was like, no, she's fine. She just wants me, she just misses me. And I'm just thinking, get a load of this fucking guy. And so that was like another thing, because I was just thinking, you clearly tried to make me jealous and it's just not working. Like, we were having banter once, and he was like, he said something about, like, girls squirting, because I said that, like, squirting is, like, I mean, it might be real, but, like, it's not as common as, like, porn makes out. And he turned around and was like, because I said, like, I made a joke and was like, mate, you've never made a girl squirt, let's not lie. And he was like, ask my ex that. And I was like, why would you say that? Like, why would you say that?
It's so ridiculous. You just goaded him. This is the autistic thing. He's like, I'm autistic. And then when someone's autistic to her, she's like, that's fucking crazy. And that's what I'm saying. She's like, you have no idea what you're talking about. That's why, like, again, your brain is like, your skull is like about a third smaller than the man's.
Again, like, if you're trying to make me jealous, I have to want you. I'm not saying I'm not a jealous person. If I fancy you, like, I will get jealous, but, like, I don't fancy you, so, like, you're wasting your breath. It got to a point where I could see that he liked me a lot more than I liked him, and I did try, like, cutting it off, and I said to him, look, I don't even think I could sleep with you. Like, I just don't, like, I just don't think it's even working as, like, a friends with benefits situation. Like, I'll happily be your friend, but, like, this is not gonna work. And he was
I'll
like,
happily be your friend. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna just do MDMA with me? Just let me eat you out while you can't feel anything? Just cut. This is what I'm saying to women. Just cut the apron string. Just say, no, I don't want to hang out with you. I don't need friends.
why, like, freaking out? And I was like, well, just because, like, you're just too clingy, and I think I just realised I don't want that in a person, basically. And he was like, no, I'll stop being clingy, I promise. And I was like, no, you are, though, and you treat me like we're in a relationship, and I don't want that. I've just come out of a horrible one. I don't want that. Like, I just wanted something casual, something to distract me.
Yeah, it's because this is what I'm saying. Cage uses sex like it's just some kind of, like, tool. This is what Jewish people are told. Just, like, go about and just use your vagina. It's just some kind of, like, tool. Men will do anything for it, so you can just use it to siphon the resources of them.
Which, by the way, I learnt my lesson from. It doesn't work for me. Like I've told you guys before, I can't do casual, clearly. It just doesn't work. And he was like, no, I'll stop. And I was just like, it was just easier at that point just to be like, okay, whatever. And I went to leave, and he was like, oh, you're not going to give me a hug and a kiss goodbye? And I was like, oh my god, bro. And I started to feel like a guy.
Bro? Deadass, bro. That's how you know Kay's current boyfriend's back. Deadass, bro.
I was like, oh my god, bro. And I started to feel like a guy, you know? I started to feel like one of those guys that's, like, fucking a girl around. It was like, but no, I've tried to break things off and you're not having any of it. And it was just like, no, like, did you not just hear me? It's like, you cannot take no for an answer, and it's so fucking weird.
Answer.
I just told you, no, I don't want the affection, I don't, you know, it was very strange. Anyway, like, we ended up kind of still hanging out, because it was just really difficult for me to, like, dip this guy, and I guess I just felt a little bit bad as well, because it was like, I did actually, like, for a while enjoy his company, and we were watching a movie, and he was like, let's put a film on, and it was like 11 o'clock at night, like, we're trying to go to sleep, and he puts on this fucked up psychological horror, genuinely fucking great. If anyone has seen it, maybe you'll know, but I think it's quite niche, and it was basically about this, like, monster, murderer, demon thing, who basically attacks a mum and the mum's daughter, and is like trying to R-word the mum in front of the daughter, and I was like, why are you showing me this? Bear in mind, I had like opened up to this guy about all the...
Again, I'm going to just say that I don't think it is true. I think this Kay's just revealing. This is kind of the stuff she watches. I actually think this is true, and I think this is just like a weird like platform of Kay to just reveal like what she's into. Like, this is disgusting. Because I learned that actually just usually women are just lying. It's usually lying. I just don't believe it.
The trauma in my past relationship. The one good thing about him is he made me realize some of the shit I had gone through was really like messed up. Like, I will give him that benefit. But like, why are you showing me the psychological horror about rape? I don't want to see that. And I just said to him,
probably, I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. If this is true, it probably just is that this autistic guy is being like, he's really astute, and he's just like listening to like what Kay's been talking about, being like, I bet you this would be the sort of thing Kay would love. I'm saying to you, it's like she probably didn't put it on for no reason. Kay was probably just sat like spending like 4 hours like on men MDM Haven and talking in specific detail about this. So he probably thought it was like something that kind of resonated with that. So do you see what I mean? Because it's like, maybe that film was more like an allegory. It's like how men like do that. They're trying to like humiliate women with rape. But he's too stupid to realize that.
Another thing that was a red flag. God, this keeps going. You
know what you're getting with a wedding. You know what you're getting.
Another thing that was a red flag. God, this keeps going. He was a porn addict, and I could tell from when we started sleeping together. He definitely had a porn issue, and when I spoke to him and I was like, out of curiosity, like, do you watch porn? And he was like, yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, like in my head I was like,
okay, where'd you find it? Yeah, that's the top comment. Like, where'd you find them, Katie? Where'd you find these people? Like, I don't have a drawer of drugs. I'm not watching porn. Like, I've got a job, and I've got kids and stuff, and like, I've got bills I need to pay, and like, I have to look after myself. Like, even if I'm here doing this, it doesn't matter, because like, this isn't, I had to do stuff up until this time.
I can kind of tell, and I said, oh, crazy. I was like, yeah, I mean, just as well, we're like friends with benefits, because like I would never sleep with someone I would never get with someone who watches it. And he was like, oh, if I had a girlfriend who said I couldn't watch porn, I would be like, we're not together then, because that's controlling. And
Good. Absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely right. Good on you, dude. Don't take shit from her. If you can boot Key through the wall, if you can boot someone through the wall, don't listen to her.
Onto this like argument, because I was like, I'm not even interested in you, and that's fucking...
Kate doesn't actually benefit society in society. She doesn't want to have kids with you, and she's not doing any of the important jobs. She's not in the army. She's not making like getting the energy, doing the infrastructure, any of the actual important shit, or doing the farming. She's just like doing goy lord shit. She's just like some arbiter for entertainment, and then is just got money because loads of single women give her money, and like Indians and black people.
Like, I feel bad for any girl you get with if that's genuinely what you say. I said to him, like, I can tell that you watch porn from how you act, and like how like your sexual interests are quite clearly like pornish. Like, he was just very like aggressive, and I feel like he was overcompensating as well for the fact that like he couldn't keep an erection. And I'm not even saying that to be mean, like I genuinely believe that. Yeah, the guy was really, really, really strange. Anyway, I found out after that he was actually an asshole to his ex-girlfriend, and the whole story
Oh my god, are you telling me the sisterhood? I'll just be more interested if a woman actually said that I was the asshole. It will never happen, but I'd be much more interested in that. I'll give any woman who comes forward to obviously also, I'll give them my 100% attention. I'll listen to that, and I'll be like, really, and you know what? I wouldn't even like, I would just forgive them. I'd be like, really well done. But Kay can't do that, can she? And neither can this woman. It's just always interesting because I'd say Kay. It's always like I'd say it's like 99.9% is always the man's the arsehole. Do you think that's a strange statistic? Do you think there's anything weird about that? Is there any reason like why Kay's head's a bit smaller than mine?
About why he was an arse, about why she was a psycho and a bitch, as usual, wasn't true, and he was just a dick. He was just a dick, and I know. And when I spoke to this girl, because
he was just a dick. What does that really mean? He was just a dick. He was just unpleasant. What does that mean? He's just because people could say I'm unpleasant, but some people might think I'm really funny. So who's right? See what I mean, Kay? Well, we'll just take a poll. Yeah, what if there's like, you could argue like smarter people, there's less of them. So if you took a poll, you could argue that you're just getting a demographic of the morons as opposed to like, the really smart people. Do you see what I'm saying? Probably not.
Ended up talking. She actually watched my content and she ended up reaching out to me. So I don't know if she's watching this, but honestly, I don't know why this keeps happening.
Exactly. So this is why it's a humiliation ritual for men to date, because there's now like 2 people apparently who probably know this dude. So there could be a really big chance that like this woman might like just watch this video and she'd be like, oh my god, it's me, and then like someone might be able to like do a bit of cyber sleuthing and you could work out potentially, because it might be that person doesn't have is like a bit more, is also a public figure. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like these people don't realize what they're kind of doing. They just don't really get it, and that's why it's like this. It is like she is oversharing, and even if she's aware about it, it's like this is like, you remember like Tana Monjagu? I never saw her content, but I'm aware that she just did the same thing. Her, like most of her shit was just her oversharing about stuff, and it's just, you shouldn't really be going out and just telling people that. It's not very like ladylike.
Befriending girls who are either like my ex's ex or like my ex's or my ex situationships like ex or something like that. Like I am friends with so many people who have also dated people I've dated. It's actually crazy. And she told me everything that he.
So do you know what that means? It just means that all women are just chasing the same people. It just means that like Kay like dates this dude who's like some 6'4" like dude, and it's just like she goes and like goes, hey guys, look at all this, all the other girls just like get the froth in the gash of this dude. So then when like inevitably this dude probably just like breaks up with Kay because she's a nightmare, and he's like, fuck this, I can steal this. That one of, because like, and that probably what happens. Just like one of Kay's friends just slip into his DMs, like, hey, you want to come over to my house? He's like, no, I'm with Katie at the moment. And he's like, did you want to play the new like FIFA game? He's like, well, Katie doesn't let me play that at mine. It's like, well, I'll let you play the mine hot stuff, and I'll suck your dick while I play it. And that's like that's just what happens, and they just like end up just like just getting just like the same. And this is what Katie's saying. I end up all my friends just end up fucking the same people because you're chasing the same fucking idiot. You're going on Twitter or Tinder, and you're like putting height preference over 6'4", salary income over 200k. It's like then you get like the same 3 dudes who come up. It's really some Indian dude who's just probably got like, his dad's probably just like, he's the king of like Bob and Virgin. He just has like $1 billion, and his son is just like some like little Poogie. He's just like, he looks like neon. But because he's got money, you can get like the like women like Katie, who just like these fucking like whores who just do anything to make clout.
Did and like how like fucking mentally weird he was, and I was like, yeah, I'm not even surprised, bro. I was only seeing him for like a month and a half at most, and like he was absolutely insane. And then when I bumped into a guy that worked in my student accommodation, he turned around and was like, are you still seeing that guy? And I was like, no, he was insane. And he was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, he ended up killing 3 people. He strangled a cat to death. He tried to drown a fish, but realized he can't because the fish is drink water, breathe in the water. And he died of a wanking overdose.
He was insane, and I tried because
And I spoke to a black man. He said, "Yeah, he's the most racist motherfucker ever." And he showed me Input's profile, and he showed me all the posts he did. I was like, "Oh my god."
told this guy that worked there because I ended up being quite good friends with him about this guy, and he was like, "Oh, just be careful," basically. But he didn't tell me much. And he said, "Yeah, he's a nightmare." He said,
"Yeah, he's a nightmare. He's an autistic, ADHD little cunt." And I said, "Well, I've got ADHD," and he said, "Well, you're a woman, so I'll deal with that." But he was a retard and a cunt.
We've heard so many bad things about him. And I was like, brilliant, you guys could have told me. But honestly,
yeah, we thought it was funny, Katie. We thought it was funny. So exactly, we could have told you, Katie, but then you were still friends with him.
From having something casual, he was absolutely off his fucking nut. Like, bro would literally be like, "Oh, I can't do anything today because I'm doing shrooms all day." And I'd be like, "Oh, who with?" By myself in the middle of the day. Like,
yeah, that sounds based as fuck. What are you doing, Katie? You sat here with no kids, and you don't want kids with this guy. So yeah, of course he's gonna go off his nut on mushrooms. He doesn't understand. He doesn't get why his counterpart doesn't want to have, like, you don't want to have children with him. You'd rather, like, roll the dice and try and, like, fuck Drusky or, like, jerk off